What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Vape Coach. We are back again in your life, and guys, today we've got a show for you. This is a women's invitational top 8 bracket, and let us get started. It is going to be Subby and Samara, Adini 95, LouriLegend, Vanity, DivaCricket, QueenPlays, and CutiePau, all going at it. Guys, this is a very, very big honor for me to host again. Very happy to be doing this. I see a bunch of goats up in the chat, and I'm there. By the way, we do have multiple regions represented. Europe, North America, and Brazil will all be coming through. Guys, let's all give them a round of applause for coming through and putting on a show for us. Let's do it and send it your way. Coming up first is going to be Subby taking on Samara. Let's do it. You ladies are clear to go on AFK, and let's get this match started. Let's go. All right, chat, here we are. This is going to be set number 1. SamaraFox coming out of Brazil, taking on Subby coming out of Europe, and this is going to be a banger. By the way, the Brazil scene does have a very, very good talent for the women's side of things. Subby coming through with that reign, one of the best reigns you will see in all of Europe. Let's do it, and let's send it your way.
Have you any idea what it's like to fall from
And the Cure
grace?
Cloud, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. I see Big Plat, low tier loyalists, Banshee, all cheering everybody on, and let's see what these ladies can do. Game number 1 is upon us. All right, SamaraFox. I have seen that Ashrah in action, but it looks like Subby trying to get up in there. Samara gonna be starting things off. Samara trying to march Subby to the far side of the screen. Nice low, the double low. Subby going staggers back to City. The overhead is gonna land. Nice. And there's gonna be a big frosty freezy freeze coming from Subby. We are jumping in and getting those punishes. Subby with a lead. However, that back 3 could have been punished. By the way, you too easy. My goat mod up in the building, and I see a Adini 95 and a mad scientist coming through with a 25. Cheering on these ladies, and now we have a $25 prize pool. Can I get some hype for a mad scientist joining us? Let's go! As I say that though, it will be Subby taking game round number 1. Chat, some big W's for a big mad scientist. We love you, brother, and thank you so much for all the support. All right, though, this action is going to be trending the direction of this rain to my left. However, will Samara be able to get it going? By the way, a huge shout out to a mad scientist. I do not even know if he streams, but I'll tell you this. He's going to have a lot more followers if he does next time. $25 on the board, and now these ladies have something worth fighting for. All right. And now, though, this is going to be Samara, though. The life lead looks somewhat even. Let's see how this is going to go. Samara looking to punish with that counter. It's down 1. Good. Overhead, though, that's going to be a direct punish coming from Samara. She's looking good, and now the Sonya going to pick up the tab. And that is going to be the round. We are all knotted up here. And by the way, the Cure Cloud, we're having a great day as well. Thank you so much for being here. Purple Rain, what's going on? Said the ladies on fire. Oh, they're here to put on a show. You better believe it. Nice. Okay, getting up in there, Subby a little bit slow to call that out. The second overhead gonna hit. Purple Rain with the follow. Thank you so much, brother. All right, let's see it though. Let's keep this rolling and let's keep this going. The back 3, not gonna connect on this time, chat. And by the way, it is a sold out house here tonight, man. Subby pouring it on. By the way, Zia Saturn, great to see you as well. Good grab. And by the way, Chico says, where's CutiePau? She will be in here. She's match number 4. Gonna be taking on QueenPlays, I do believe. I will be sure to show you guys that bracket here. Nice. And by the way, Get Beeful, good to see you in the house. And that's gonna be Subby taking game number 1, though, looking pretty good. However, Samara able to keep up. It is gonna be interesting to see how things continue to develop. Let's send you to that replay and let's go. And chat, with this result right here, Subby most certainly having to work for it. However, it is not over. Samara is most certainly going to have an opportunity to bring herself back. Let's get to game number 2. Let's send it your way. All right. Subby with a 1-0 lead. By the way, let's make sure Adini 95 and LouriLegend, make sure those invites are sent out as this is ending, but not before I say what's up to Big Blonde Bomber, Archon, and Bubble Jacob. What's going on, brother?
The Chaosium.
And by the way, Big Robe in the house as well. This amazing community in chat. As I always tell people, the chat is the second commentator here. Everyone always says I should get a second commentator. It is true that it is actually going to belong to the chat. Game number 2, Samara going to see what they can do. Going to try to mix it up, get up in those DMs. The low. Beautiful punish from Samara, though. Still swinging. Subby going to be punishing that, though. And Subby is going on a roll, marching Samara towards that corner. Nice flash parry with the armor. Nice. All right, the low again. And beautiful stuff from Samara, making this cow overhead. Gonna be no good. Subby waiting for their opportunity. Very good patience out of Subby. All right, a nice high kick, though, to send you corner bound with that throw. However, though, those blades are gonna catch you sooner rather than later. And here comes Samara. And Samara bombing on Subby with the lead. There's gonna be a nice throw. Is that up block damage? It is not. I'm supposed to already invite LouriLegend just whenever it looks like this is ending. Go ahead and get those invites ready. Subby, are we gonna spend that fatal blow? Questions we have. And looks like she's gonna let it rip. And this should not be able to kill, but I'm not sure actually. This is gonna do a sizable chunk of change. And either way, Subby will have the lead. 45 seconds left on the board. Who's got this? Wait a minute though. Oh, the raid. That was such good armor. By the way, DJ, great to see you in the house.
Fight.
All right, chat, we're marching right now. Subby appearing to be pulling away at least a little bit. Milflord Steve, what's going on, brother? Shout outs to everybody in the building. Thank you guys all so much for coming through and seeing how these ladies mix it up. This women's only tournament was invitational, and you know what? We got a very, very good crowd in front of us, and we got a very good roster to lead the charge. Overhead, gonna be landing for Samara. And Samara, they've got to play smart from here. They've got to keep up this pressure. If Subby gets going, they might never stop. Good. And Subby marching this one westbound on the I-10 freeway, though this is going to be a tremendous shot coming from this water bubble. And by the way, King Zoe in the building, one of the GOAT Mileenas you will see. Subby starting to march this one forward, starting to pull away. Who is going to have the goods? Who is going to win this tournament? It all starts right here in quarterfinal action. And now this is going to be all Subby, a 2-0 lead to kick us off. And let's go take a look at that replay. Brought to you, today's sponsored by a mad scientist. Holy moly, chat. All right, a 2-0 lead we are seeing right in front of us. Excellent stuff from Subby. Samara still able to keep up, but will need a sizable amount to bring this back. However, let's send it back your way. Let's go and let's roll. Perky, yes. Of course. It is ladies' night, quite literally. And by the way, Ariel, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the stream. Shout out to everybody watching, whether you're here on Twitch with us or you're watching later on YouTube. Nothing but love for this amazing community. Samara has got one more chance. Do we see maybe a cameo switch? All right, we're going in. We are going in. This is going down like 4 flat tires. Subby gonna try to 3-0 this. Samara will need to reverse 3-0 if they want any sort of shot at bringing this back onto game number 3. And by the way, Adenian and Lori, you guys can get the invites ready. Be sure to be AFK inside that hill until I get there, and then you can go on AFK. By the way, Alvarez, good to see you. It's been a little bit of a while. Nice. Overhead is gonna be good for Samara, starting off with a strong lead. Nice, the Glaives are on the board again. And by the way, we brought everybody we could think of, man. We got Vanity, CutiePau, and the Brazilian scene is here. Make no doubt, I think we have 3 players from Brazil. Nice. All right, Samara still with the lead, though. Subby is getting clipped, and there's gonna be some cameo action. However, a breakaway will be in tall order. We are now going skybound and down. Nice. Get people. Hey, man, you never know, but I don't even think they know I exist. But either way, you guys do, and that is all that matters. However, though, we are marching forward. Subby, can we bring this back? Nice. The Subby gonna spend it right now. It looks like they will. And Subby absolutely gonna be catching out right now. And Subby, this is not gonna kill, but this is gonna be very similar to the last game. We'll have that life lead. Samara has got to get their ducks in a row, has got to get their bearings straight. Good low, and that, no, still not gonna do it. Let's go, Samara. And that is gonna be the round. Subby is gonna be 1 round away. Gonna be on set point.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, King Zone, not yet. DivaCricket will be match number 3 against Big Vanity, man. I'm telling you, a star-studded lineup is here to play. And by the way, Biz, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Subby starting to kind of pull away. Samara has got to get going. All right. All right, we're in that dark stance tomorrow. What can we do from here? What can we do? Subby still marching in. And Subby really putting on a clinic here. Samara is in trouble. And by the way, Adenian, go ahead and get those invites sent out. This one could be ending a little bit soon. Let's see what Samara can do. Glaives are out. Subby looking to punish. Subby back 3. And this is a very precarious situation here. Subby has got to get going. I'm sorry, keep going. You do not want to let Samara come back. Nice, the low again. What can we do? What can we do? Draining the meter. And back 3, and chat, this is gonna end it. This is going to be all Subby with a 3-0 over SamaraFox. However, remember, this is double elimination. You will probably get to see Samara again. However, with that result right there, that is now going to be the end of the first set. And now we gotta head down to the Brazilian scene to see how they're gonna mix it up. However, let me show you exactly what that's gonna look like, chat. Let's go and let's take a look at that replay if we can. And all right, a banger to start us off. And by the way, Samara, don't worry, you still got yourself another match. Subby's gonna continue on to the semifinals. However, chat, let me show you exactly how this bracket is looking, and let me show you exactly how it is cooking. All right, with that result right there is going to be none other than Subby, coming from the EU region, going to be moving on to those semifinals. However, chat, coming up, it is going to be none other than Adenian 95 taking on LouriLegend. And by the way, we got Big Arn Kratos coming through with the raid. Thank you so much, Arn. One of the GOAT shanks you will see, doesn't matter what game. By the way, Samara, you will be dropping down to the lower side of things. We await your opponent here. We will know as soon as you do. However, coming up next is going to be none other than Adenian 95 and LouriLegend. Let's send it your way and let's go. Arn Kratos, we love you, brother. Thank you so much for that raid. Hopefully you had a great stream. I saw you were playing some MK11, by the way. Arn Kratos.
Mileena.
And by the way, for these ladies, currently we do have $25 donated by a mad scientist. A gigantic thank you. If anybody does want to further that, you can do that right here. Never mandatory, but always appreciated.
Scorpion.
All right, chat, here we go. It's LouriLegend coming out with the Lee May. Adenian 95 coming out with the Mileena. Let's see it.
If your mother was harsh, it was because she loved you.
All right, we are rolling now. When was the last time we got to see a Lee May on the stream? And by the way, Chris Jonathan said, please say hello to Jacob and Amelia. What's going on, Jacob and Amelia? Welcome to Vapes Fight Night. We're going down right now. Ladies Tournament Edition. This is going to be game number 1.
Fight.
Adenian 95. Let's see what we can see out of that Mileena. LouriLegend coming out strong, though. That Lee May. All right, going for that pressure, marching him towards the corner. Looking good to start us off. And this is going to be LouriLegend going absolutely crazy. These ladies are going insane right now. Nice. Good stuff, and calls him out. And LouriLegend with the lead. LouriLegend really starting to pour it on. Adenian 95 gonna be in a little bit of trouble here to start us off. And chat, I cannot hear you guys. Make some noise for these ladies coming through and putting on this gameplay. We do love to see it. Overhead. Oh, that's gonna be an immediate counter. LouriLegend with some excellent defense. Jump in. Good. All right, though. And we're still pressing over here, trying to get our turn back. But Adenian 95, though, trying to get that low. But LouriLegend gonna immediately read that, and we are making that run. Scorpion on the board as well. Nice, and Yagami, what's going on, my brother? Another rain goat. Also turn noob Cybot goat as well. Beautiful whiff punish. The whiff eponymous coming from LouriLegend. Looking pretty good, and these ladies are putting on a masterclass. LouriLegend with the game 1 win. And things are going crazy. Things are heating up. Things are going insane to start us off. LouriLegend looking good. Are we going to get a Lee May in semifinals? Man, I have not seen that in quite some time. We'll see what the future holds. Anyways, on to the next game. And let's see if Adenian 95 can clean that up just a little bit. And let's go. All right, Adenian 95, maybe a character switch. I don't know. Either way, this Lee May is looking pretty good.
Kitana.
All right, it's going to be now Adenian 95 coming out with the Katana. We do love to see these characters. However, that Scorpion cameo on LouriLegend's side going to be putting up so much damage. Lee May, not the best character in the game by any stretch, but if you do get hit, you will be going through the ringer.
Banished by my mother's decree.
All right, let's do it. Let's make it happen. By the way, Send Planetino's good to see you in the building. Chris Jonathan, hopefully that shout out was everything you are looking for. I see the Kier Claw still hanging out with us. Much, much love. Shout out to everybody who is competing in this event tonight. Shout outs to everybody who is stopping by. We do love to see it, giving these ladies the attention that I know we deserve in the Mortal Kombat 1 scene. However, though, Adenian 95 now starting to play a little bit better, does not have the lead. These backdashes are killing them. Okay. All right, though, we got fireballs everywhere, jump-ins again, and this is going to be a direct punish coming from LouriLegend. Nice down one. Still pressing on through this Katana, man. Can we get some backdashes, perhaps? Coming from Adenian. Oh, that should be a direct punish, but he doesn't go for it. And King Carville, what's going on? Thank you so much for the follow. All right, Adenian 95 starting to bring this one back into fruition, though. This should be dead. Spend it. Absolutely spend it. And this should be Adenian 95. Okay, we do have a bit of breaker. It would appear my intel is correct. We do have breakers. Nice. Loads again. Still spending it. He said Adenian's controller is broken. I can see it. It's all good. You know what? We're just having some fun regardless. Nice. Down one is going to do it. Adenian finally getting some traction here on the board.
Round 2. Fight.
And chat, if there's one thing we like around here, it is close matches. Give me those game number 5. Do not deny me of it. However, it does appear that LouriLegend is going to be answering right back. That Scorpion appears to be no joke. We got 100+ people watching to see who is going to win this ladies only tournament right here in Mortal Kombat 1. Nice. Jump in again, punish, and now Adenian is actually gaming right now. Good. And another down one. LouriLegend trying to get out of this corner. Puts Adenian right back into the corner. Nice. However, though, Adenian, though, that's going to be a whiffopotamus on the grab. Good defense coming from Lauri. And Lauri going to be answering right back. We got to break away. I don't know if I agree with that, but I don't know if I disagree with it. Nice. And these ladies are gaming right now, chat, to say the least. They are putting on a show. And Sirius Black, what's going on, brother? Great to see you back in. And Girly Ambition, welcome to the channel as well. And this is going to be another grab. This should be close. We'll still have that fatal at their disposal. Do both players, should they need it. Nice. And that is going to do it. Now it's going to be LouriLegend on the verge of going up 2-0. What will we see today?
Fight.
We are jumping all around, and let's see it, though. Fans are going to be on display. So is Serena going for that down one. And now Adenian 95 in a position they would rather not be, getting marched into that corner. More glaives, more everything, more Scorpion. Nice. Still going. Beautiful stuff. However, that's going to be an excellent punish coming from Adenian. How much damage can they get out of this, though? We will find out maybe at a later date. You Too Easy said the ladies are cooking. Oh, you better believe it. You Too Easy said, babe, I'm not going to lie, bro. I know they're fighting, but I'm hopping in the pool in the back. Okay, Garrett. You're allowed to do that. All right, though, still swinging all the way. This is a zoner warfare. Spawn would be proud. However, though, more fans on display. Only one of these two is going to be walking away with this win. Which one of these ladies has the goods to take this round? Down one. Okay. And by the way, what's going on, Jasmo? Happy belated birthday to you. And this one more hit is all it's going to take, and that's going to do it. LouriLegend gonna go on that 2-0 streak. However, Adenian 95 still battling, but is gonna find himself in a bit of a hole. Let's go take a look at that replay, and let's send it back your way. All right, you can see Adenian 95. They are definitely battling back. However, it is going to be Lauri still on that 2-0 streak, and the Brazilian players coming out tonight are putting on an excellent show. Cannot wait to see how this continues to develop. Let's send it your way, and let's get back to the match. And by the way, shout outs to this amazing community. Every single day we are live, and this is a specialty event, man. We don't do these too often, but you know what? These ladies are here to scrap and put on a show. And you know what? Now we're coming out with the Sub-Zero cameo. I love it.
Shang Tsung's laboratory has been destroyed.
May we never see its like again.
All right, let's do it. Let's send it your way. Let's see if LouriLegend can complete that 3-piece, or if Adenian 95 does have something in her tool bag to deal with this Lee May. That's Sub-Zero cameo. Gonna be benefiting them. However, this looks like up close and personal. The low, the one, and now we are going airborne. Scorpion gonna be here to make himself a cameo. Nice. And still not done. Wow, how much damage are we looking at? 43 for your troubles. Nice. Good. Plus frames, though, does not guess right on that. However, we do have armor for a reason. Sub-Zero Ice is going to be covering you. Good. Going airborne again, but however, it is going to be Adenian 95 at a bit of a disadvantage. Nice low. Trying to get maybe a bit of an anti-air there. A little bit slow on the draw. Still pressing, though. It is LouriLegend fully in control here in the corner. What do we got? That's going to be a punish. Beautiful, flawless block. One more, and that is going to do it. LouriLegend moves on to set point.
Round 2.
And all right, Chad, these ladies are here. Oh, he gets caught! And now we're going airborne. It's going to be Adenian Airlines, the flight, looking fully booked. By the way, what's going on, Big Pookie King? Nice, beautiful micro duck coming from Lauri. Lauri's having himself a hell of a set here in Johnny's Mansion. Got to break away from that. You better believe it, though. The fans are going to be here. Does the Sub-Zero Ice armor on? It is not. However, still going to be in the benefit of Adenian 95. Lauri's looking good today, Carol. I cannot disagree with you. However, Adenian still battling. Adenian with a fantastic lead, by the way. Oh, but that's going to be a huge whippopotamus, and Scorpion going to try to put this one to bed. LouriLegend on set point. A rare drop from from Lauri. And now Adenian, these micro ducks are killing him. He's going to spend that fatal, and this could be enough to do it. This shouldn't kill, this should scale, but it is Lee May, a character that puts up so much damage. And don't throw him into the tiger. Don't throw her into the tiger. She's gonna throw him into the tiger. Not done yet, not done. Adenian can still bring this back with one well-placed combo, and that should be it! And Adenian making the read. Beautiful defense. yeah.
Final round. Fight.
Let's see it though. Let's see if Adenian can get one on the board. I am loving Lauri's whip punishes, man. Lee May, one of the better characters to be able to do it. Look at the movement coming from Lauri. So I'm just waiting for Vanity to confirm she's here. Yeah, you too, Easy. She is here. By the way, Vanity, if you do want to get those invites sent out right now, just so we can boot up a little bit quicker, definitely would appreciate it. Be AFK inside the hill, and we will join you shortly. Good stuff again, and this is going to be Lauri. They are running away with it, chat. They are trying to speed run this. Lauri on the verge. Down one. Nice. Still pressing on through. Adenian's got to get out this corner, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Good. And what is that's gonna be a punish! Adenian spend it, do not even think twice. Let that fatal blow rip. And wait a minute though, we are not done. Oh, she drops it! Nice. The low again. Another one to go with it. And by the way, guys, I wanna let you know our predictions are broken. At least right now. That's why we can't do it, but that's gonna be it. That's gonna be LouriLegend with a 3-0 score. I got you, Vanity, don't worry about it. I'll send it her way. And LouriLegend gonna be getting it done just like that here in quarterfinal action. However, chat, we are not done. In fact, in many ways, we are far from it. Let me take you to that replay. Let me show you what's coming up next. By the way, Adenian, thank you so much for playing. We are not done seeing you. At least I don't think we are. However, you will be dropping down to the lower things, and we'll see how things continue to develop. Chat, let me show you that bracket. Let me show you how things are going. So with that result right there, it's going to be none other than LouriLegend marching on to the semifinals. However, though, they still got a tough path ahead of them. Dropping down to the lower side is going to be Adenian at 95. So how this is going to work, let me make sure I spell this right. Okay, yes. How this is going to work is Adenian 95, you are actually going to play Samara right now off stream. And then the winner of that will be on stream. Moving on next is going to be none other than S-Tier Gaming's own Vanity. Going to be taking on DivaCricket. DivaCricket, this is their first event. We're very excited to have them. Let's give her a very warm welcome and let's send it your way. This is going to be Vanity versus Diva, and let's go. All right, let's do it now. Let's do it. The stage has been set. The chat is going wild. I'm myself going a little bit wild. And now we got to see how things are going to be looking. Game number one, DivaCricket, one of our longtime supporters. And Vanity. Who doesn't know Vanity? All right, this is going down like 4 flat tires. Let's see if DivaCricket has the goods. DivaCricket with a beautiful pickup. Wait a minute. Let me find out Diva plays the game. She said she's never been in a tournament before. However, Vanity can be coming through with some overhead pressure. The Glaives are going to be out 6. Tangy in the building. And now we got the orbiting hat. Wait a minute, though. What do we got? Nice low. All right, DivaCricket, though, coming on strong. DivaCricket with the lead. However, another low. All right, Glaives are going to be out per usual, and that's DivaCricket with a big punish. DivaCricket kind of going crazy right now. Trey God, what's up, my man? Welcome back to the stream.
Round 2. Fight.
You said I watch her stream. You said you watch her stream tournaments? So DivaCricket competes. That's true. I didn't know that. I thought this was her first tournament. However, that's going to be a big punish. No, Vanity not quick enough on the draw. To Sindel is queen. She's got my support. Vanity right now in the lead. Let's see what DivaCricket has planned for us. Nice. The low again. The overhead. That's going to be a full whiff coming from Vanity. DivaCricket, though, trying to go with that overhead. What do the cards entail for this women's only event, and right now these ladies putting on one hell of a show. Look at the movement. Catches her with the raw ball roll, and Vanity going crazy. Nice. Forward one again. The low again. Nice. And then forward one. Here comes Vanity. This is gonna do a sizable chunk though. Oh, kind of drops it, does Van. Overhead punish again. Forward one. What do we got here? Oh, the Kung Lao, that's gonna be a whiff-a-bottomous. A miss input coming from DivaCricket. And Vanity taking over this match, by the way, super close. Vanity, can they finish this? The Glaives, the flawless block, I should say. One well-placed timing hit. Overhead is gonna do it, and Vanity's gonna tie it up.
Your combat
Final round. Fight.
These two appear to be pretty evenly matched. That forward one gonna connect. However, Vanity's got to be able to confirm into that screen. Beautiful grab. And Diva right now is getting taken advantage on. And that's going to be a beautiful punish coming from Vanity. And Vanity is going crazy. Tremendous lead. Oh, hang on. A little bit of a whiff. Trying to maybe go for a restand. However, that armor will be good. Nice. The low hat again. Trying to mix him with Vanity. It's going to continue to press. and Vanity with an outstanding lead. Oh, wait, we got orbiting heads. And here comes Diva. Can they bring this all the way back? Oh, we're gonna spend it right here and now. I support this decision. They only have about one chunk of health left. You wanna spend it now. Oh, Trey got a women's only tournament, absolutely. And this one is a living legend that is living up to that legend. Okay, what can we do here? Vanity's gotta be on those P's and Q's. However, gets hit with the orbiting hat. Vanity's gotta break, that's gonna be their last breaker. What do we got? Glaives on the loose. Diva cannot afford to get hit again. Diva, they gotta go for a teleport. They gotta go for something. And wait, one more hit. Wait, no, they drop it. The low, and that's gonna be all Vanity coming out of S-tier gaming, getting it done. In one of the closest matches we have seen today, chat, I'm telling you right now, this could most certainly be one that goes all 5, but there's only one way to find out. These two putting on a show right here in round number 1. Chat, this one could go the distance. Let's get you back to the action. Let's not delay your valuable time anymore, and let's send it your way. All right, Vanity gonna be looking good. However, DivaCricket was doing more than keeping up with her, man. We gotta see. Can she make that comeback? Here we go. Game number 2 on the horizon. And if you are just tuning into the stream, by the way, this is a women's only tournament. And by the way, they've got a sizable amount of cheddar to fight for. Thank you so much to this W community. Banning, I'm looking at you. EC, I'm looking at you. And a mad scientist, I'm looking at you. And I'm looking at this amazing community for always helping out and always being here for us. We love you guys. DivaCricket, though, coming out with the Farah. Oh, we're going mixes, Diva. Overhead again. Good. All right, then down 1, though. This is going to be now Diva still in the lead. However, Vanity going to be getting a punish. Does not fully confirm on that. Nice grab. All right, what is going to be the mix? However, Vanity's not going to wait to find out. By the way, shout out to DivaCricket, man. They've been a long-time supporter. You'll see them in many, many streams. Nice, the Farah going to catch Vanity. And now we are going out. Oh, no, the drop. The 2-4-4 plus frames. However, we're still pressing. Those frames are not plus enough. Beautiful command grab. And how often do you see this, man? How often do you see this? All right, the glaives are out. Vanity can still bring this back, but it's going to be tough. There's a nice grab, and that's going to be the round. All right, DivaCricket, since switching to the Farah, going a little bit more mixy mix, is looking poised to get it done. Nice low. And either way, this is going to be Diva's first tournament coming out with a bang. Usually, you'll see people in these events, if it's their first time, man, they're a little bit nervous. We see that here, Rips Arena, basically everywhere. However, though, it does appear DivaCricket is a little bit battle seasoned, knows how to play. Okay, the overhead is going to be good again. These two are going to be going mixy mix. What's the Farah going to do? These command grabs are getting off a little bit too often. Nice low. All right, though, fireballs again. Let's see what we got, though. That ball roll seems to be connecting every time. Diva with the lead, and that's going to be a full connection. This will be the game. Vanity not able to break in. That's going to do it. And DivaCricket is putting on a show, a 1-1 score here in game number 2. And holy moly, chat, we've seen Diva around this stream forever. She's always cheering everybody on. Who knew she could game like this? However, Vanity, though, they got to go back into their bag of tricks, though. Definitely not out of this. Still all tied up, however. You do got to wonder what they might come out with. Will Vanity go with a cameo switch? I don't think we'll see a character switch, however. Let's see what the tea leaves will be holding. All right, neither player having the edge here, though. This is going to be a draw as far as things go. All right, Vanity coming out. It looks like the same combination, though. DivaCricket has been mixing with that Farah. Let's see what we got.
Hanging Gardens.
It's dreadful that Tarkat has hold of you.
I promise.
And chat, yeah, Diva, somebody you'll see in basically everybody's Twitch chat, man, going absolutely insane, cheering everybody on, and one of your biggest supporters. However, Vanity, man, been in this scene for a super long time, representing S-tier gaming, going to online, offline tournaments, man, and runs tournaments of her own. Does not confirm on the screen, though. Wait a minute. All right, Vanity in the lead. We are going to be poking on Wake Up. What is going to be the mix from here? That low is going to be catching him with the drop. Nice. The glaives are out again, and this is going to be some serious trouble. Nice. Overhead. Vanity, the low is going to catch her. These lows are absolutely creating waves. How much is this going to do? How much is this going to do? Tries to anti-air, a little bit slow on the draw is Vanity. And now, Diva appears to be going mixy. We are dropping these combos, though. 2-4-4. Fireballs. Vanity can still bring it back. It's gonna take some work. And that's gonna be another punish. Will not be enough to kill. That low. Nice, and the empty jump it into the grab. This is going to be the round. Diva starting to kind of pull away here.
Fight.
Let's see what we got. Vanity gonna have to charge forward. Gonna have to see what they can do to get this done. How are those ball rolls? Again, catching him, the 2-4-4. Good. And that's gonna be a direct punish. Going to the screen. Here comes Van. Gotta break away from that immediately. Good signs of life coming from Vanity. However, those teleports will be catching ya. And prediction there. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We're having a great time here. Vanity's still in the lead. Our board poking on Wake Up. Vanity's gotta scout that out. Prediction error, goddamn you. I see you, prediction error. Oh, the punish though. And Vanity with some armor. Vanity's starting to adapt. Oh, that's gonna be a direct punish. This could be close. What is gonna be the setup from here? Only going for the Serena. However, let's see how things continue to develop. Vanity is really starting to adapt here. Diva could be in some trouble. And by the way, we got big RoboCop coming through with the raid. Thank you so much. Can we get a big shout out for my goat Brobo in the building, man? Holy moly, one of Rip's best commentators and longtime supporters, and also a huge supporter. By the way, we got Abstract Gaming coming through with that 15 bomb, making this an even $200 prize pool. Can we get some big W's for Big Abstract in the chat? Runs an event of his own. In fact, I think he has another event coming this month. Thank you so much again, Big Abstract. Nice. Okay. All right, Vanity, though, does appear to be pulling away. And by the way, Abstract, thank you so much, man. Helping secure the prize pot for these ladies along with everybody in this goated chat. $200 on the board. He said, Adenia132, gotcha. Thank you so much, you too, Easy. All right. Still coming on strong. Still coming on strong, though, is going to be Diva. Diva, they have the lead. Can they finish this? Overhead, these have been landing at will, by the way. And also, a huge shout out to Abstract, man. If you've not already followed him, consider doing so. Oh, those lows again, but we're dropping. Diva playing a little bit nervous here, it looks like. There's a lot of people here. 150 by my calculations. Oh, beautiful teleport. That was so beautifully scouted. Vanity's got to break. Why aren't they breaking? There it is. Find your way in. Oh, they dodge it. There it is. Take it. Vanity cashing out into the fatal blow. I don't think this is going to kill, though. I think if they did the full combo, it might have. But Diva's still going to be alive, chat. Diva, you gotta go. Diva, you gotta go. Diva's gotta go. And a 2-1 score just like that. Holy moly. The 2-1 is gonna be on the board, coming for Big Diva. And what is turning out to be an instant classic. Let's go take a look at that replay. And all right, Vanity definitely battling back, but it does appear to be Diva who is just at these very last seconds making the right reads. Let's see how this continues to develop, and let's see if maybe we get our first game 5 of the night. Let's send it back your way. It's all good, Vanity. It's all good. We're having a great time, and you know what? Even regardless of the result, man, we're having a great time watching you. You guys are playing incredible right now, and a huge shout out to you guys for coming through tonight.
Shang Tsung's laboratory.
The Shokan and
all right, let's do it, though. Let's see it, though. Can DivaCricket finish this match, or will it be Vanity? Here we go. On to game number 4. And Plupo's having a great time. I am as well. I have a feeling everybody else in chat is too. We want to see who's got this. Vanity, though, now coming out with the chameleon. This could be the new wrinkle. This could add a lot to her gameplay. However, hang on. She's having a little bit of trouble there with that ender on Sindel. By the way, Sindel, a very tough character to play. I'll tell you guys right now. Good scout from Vanity. Forward 1 into the ball roll. And Vanity says, I've been getting hit with these raw ball rolls the entire game. How about you try one on for size? And by the way, you too, Easy, thank you so much for all the help today, brother. Appreciate all the updates. I got you Adenian 1 on the last set. Here comes Diva with the lead. Nice overhead. Good, down 1. And another overhead to go alongside that. These two, however, Vanity, no, that's gonna be a punish from Diva. And Diva is gonna move on to set point. Vanity, it's gotta be now or never.
Fight.
Let's see who's got this. Let's see who's going to be pulling away, and let's see who will be bringing this one back into orbit. Nice overhead. Those have been landing at will for Vanity. By the way, CutiePau and QueenPlays, if you guys want to get those invites sent out right now, just in case this one does end a little bit early, definitely would appreciate it. However, let's see what Vanity can do. Down 1. Nice. And we are still continuing to roll. And this is going to now be DivaCricket coming on super strong. DivaCricket with the lead. The overhead, though, going to be a little bit plus. Not going to be able to punish that, but that glaive will. Diva smart enough to break away immediately. Good stuff again. Overhead. All right, though, these two pushing on through the forward one into the low. Wait a minute. Who has the edge here? The ball roll not going to hit. Taddy Game, thank you so much for the follow. Beautiful grab from Van. Nice low. Oh, Vanity with a bit of a missed input right there. The overhead not going to hit, but still takes their turn back. And chat, this could be enough. Elson, what's going on? I'm having a great time. Daffy, I see you in the house as well. Hopefully everybody is enjoying themselves. That ball roll not going to hit. Nice. Vanity, one well-placed shot. That's all you need, Vanity. And the down one's gonna end it. That's gonna be Diva taking it by a score of 3-1. Diva holding the down button for some reason. However, that is going to do it. Vanity, thank you so much for playing. You are not out of this tournament, by the way. There is still another match for you. However, Diva gonna continue to move on. GG's to both players. However, chat, we have a very special match coming up next. And let me show you exactly what it is we are talking about. Onto the replay we go. And by the way, yeah, Vanity, thank you so much for playing, man. We definitely appreciate it. However, you are not done. We still have another match for you. However, on the rebound, let's go take a look at that bracket and let's see it. DivaCricket gonna be moving on. Let me show you exactly what that looks like. Oh wait, wrong bracket. Chat, with that result is going to be none other. And by the way, maybe don't call me EC with a $15 donation. Thank you so much, EC. $215 on the board. All I can say, EC, thank you so much for the 25 gifted today. Or is it 30? I don't even know what it is, brother. You're going crazy. However, chat, that is going to be none other than DivaCricket marching on to the semifinals. Their journey is not over. In many ways, it's just beginning. Moving down to the lower side of the bracket is going to be Vanity. They will have another match. We're going to see who that's going to be. And by the way, we did get some confirmation that it was, let me see if I got this. Yeah, it's going to be Adini and 95 moving on in the lower side of the bracket as well. That match was off stream. However, thank you so much for Samara for continuing to play. We love you and we hope to see you again. Coming up next, chat, the very last match of round number 1 is going to be QueenPlays taking on CutiePau. Let's send it your way. Let's get this going and let's roll.
Kung Lao.
By the way, Subby and LouriLegend, you will be up next. You too easy. If you can let them know, definitely would appreciate it. Oh, Abstract, I got this root beer flavored vape, brother. You do not want to go wrong with this. This thing is deadly. All right, here we go. It's CutiePau, it's QueenPlays, and by the way, ProStone, what's going on? J1K, what's up, my man?
It is entirely possible.
And Moker in the building saying, we got some Kung Lao.
All
All right, vape, I'll stick around, but only for a little bit.
Realmer.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, let's do it. It's CutiePau, it's QueenPlays. I've never seen QueenPlays play, by the way. However, I do know that they are well known in the scene. And who doesn't know CutiePau, man? Coming out with that Lao. However, is it going to be enough to take out this Sindel? Beautiful punish coming from QueenPlays. And QueenPlays now starting to take the lead. Sindel can be a very tough character to work around. And now CutiePau is in some trouble. Now Sindel, a very much momentum-oriented based character. And QueenPlays, man, putting it up, but here comes CutiePau, answering right back. And CutiePau saying, I can do some damage too, fear not. The Sector is on its way. What is gonna be the mix? A beautiful grab coming from Pau. And Hody's, what's going on? Saying, let's go, Pau, I agree with you. Nice, the low. Oh, but the spin to win. And Kung Lao, some of the best armor you can ask for from a character. What is going to be the move from here? What is going to be the mix from here? We're going spin. However, that is going to be a punish, and that will be the round. We're going to immediately spend it. And by the way, we got Hatchback Prater says shout out to all the awesome women of MK. Shout out to all y'all for putting on an amazing show. And Hatchback Prater, thank you so much, man. This event, I'll be perfectly honest, there has been some trouble with this event in the past, and we all know it. However, today we rectify any and all of that, and we show that this event can most certainly be done. Jump-ins again, the low. However, though, that's going to be CutiePau answering immediately back with a throw. Nice. All right, though, we do have hats on the board. We have plenty of them. We have projectiles. You don't want to get into a zoning battle with Sindel, at least not for too long. Jump-ins again. Let's see it, though. It is going to be now CutiePau, who is going to be out zoning QueenPlays, but there's going to be an overhead. And chat, this event looks to be going pretty well. This is going to be the end of quarterfinals. After this, you will see winners semifinals, and then we are going to drop down to the lower side of things. Nice jump in again. Beautiful punish from Pau. Pau with the lead. Nice low, but what was that? The armor, it worked. Okay, still pressing on through are both of these demons right now coming through, trying to get it done here in Vape's Fight Night. By the way, QueenPlays making their debut. CutiePau has been here a few times and definitely showing some veteran experience though, that Tremor. Good grab from Pau. And Pau gonna be sitting this one corner, bound and down. What are we having here? What is gonna be for breakfast on this bad boy? Nice. Nice again and again. The low's gonna do it, and that's gonna be Pau. We are all tied up here, Chad. This is looking good. These sets are living up to the hype. And by the way, SamaraFox, thank you so much for playing today. And a special thank you to SamaraFox, not only for playing, but also helping us get some players. Nothing but love for you, Samara, and the entire Brazilian scene. We couldn't have done this without you. Nice. All right, jump-ins all over the place again. However, it does appear to be CutiePau a lot more mobile right now. CutiePau throwing up the hats. The Tremor on the board. The jump-ins as well. And here comes Pau. Good. Nice forward one to go alongside it, but Pau just trying to outzone. Pau is tearing this up right now. Pau is winning from space. Yeah, in fact, let's give SamaraFox a huge shout out if we can. Everybody in the building, if you can, go give SamaraFox a follow. I don't even know if they stream, but if they do, they are going to have a lot more followers now. Guys, much love to the Brazilian side scene and much love to the Brazilian women's side of the community. Big punish, and this is going to be Pau. This should be the game. Cannot break. And Chad, this looks like it's going to do it. One more. Okay, one more hat. It would have to be QueenPlays going on a perfect run. Getting up in there, but can they be perfect? That's the question. Down one, avoiding the missile, but the chip is gonna add up, and that's gonna do it. And CutiePau getting on the board with a 1-0 score. By the way, Rachel FGC, welcome to the channel. All right, CutiePau in the lead, at least for now. We'll see what QueenPlays decides to come out with, man. These are two titans when it comes to the women's side community, and right now they are putting on a show for us. Let's go take a look at that replay, and then let's send you back to that action. And by the way, Rogelio up in the building as well. He won 2 tournaments of mine recently. There shan't be a three-peat because I'm going to be watching the fights now, Rogelio. Rogelio's winning all the tournaments. Somebody stop this man.
There is confidence, and there is overconfidence.
Not in my case, Empress.
Game number 2 on the horizon. Here's Pau. Here's Queen. And let's see it though. Sindel, a very strong character. This meta does not confirm to the screen. However, we do have plans with that big Tremor going to do a sizable chunk of damage. 2-4. Go an aerial on that one. However, we are going to be spinning to win. Pau seems to be playing the Rasul type of Kung Lao, and I'm a big fan of that, by the way. However, the people who play him are not. Shout out to Rasul, by the way. If you've never seen him play, send him a chat. Nice. Trey Baudelaire, great to see you in the house as well. There's going to be a scream hitting you from that forward one. And now this does appear to be QueenPlays taking the edge. And by the way, U2Easy gifting a sub to Trey Baudelaire, continuing the hype. Thank you so much, U2Easy, as Queen takes round number 1 on the board.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, Chad, let's go. Let's go. 6 on the day. Thank you so much, U2Easy. And thank you so much to Banning for dropping that 5. We love you guys. And we want to continue to do these events for you every single day. What's up, Big RoboCop? RoboCop, right now we got the ladies out here. They are going crazy, and now Pau trying to bring this one back into fruition. Arrow saying my sub ended. Hey, perhaps you'll get lucky, Arrow. I know you. I don't even think you're allowed to buy him on that side. However, here comes Queen. Good stuff again. What's up, Pursuing Breeze? We missed you today. Pursuing Breeze, man. Unfortunately, we couldn't get you, but you know what? There is always next time. And it looks like this is going to be an event that is here to stay. I'll be perfectly honest. Jumping in all over the place. CutiePau trying to zone Queen out. Does not want to commit. However, here we go. And by the way, Abstract coming through with the 5 bomb. And we have our first ever gold hype train. I've never had that before. But this is going to be QueenPlays. Wait, we're breaking away. Abstract, thank you so much. We have never gotten to a gold Kappa hype train. That is our first ever. Thank you so much, Big Abstract. We appreciate everything you do. However, though, this is now going to be QueenPlays taking game number 2. A 1-1 score on that fatal blow, chat. And by the way, a mad scientist continuing the love. 100% of that train has been hit. Thank you so much, a mad scientist. You guys are going way too crazy. I'm not going to allow it. That being said, I'm going to allow it. Let's go to that replay. Thank you so much, scientist, dude. Thank you so much for that. And Abstract, do not think I forgot about you or anybody in this community. Vanity's going crazy. Everybody's going crazy, man. This has been some serious love. And guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you again for letting me do this. Let's send you back to that game scene and let's keep the action flowing. And Hatchback is saying, turn up. We're losing our minds out here, man. You too easy. Look at him. He lost his mind a year ago, but we're still here. And by the way, EC is coming through with yet another 5-bomb. Insane! EC, are you serious right now? 21 on the day. Thank you to this amazing GOATed community helping us keep this alive and do these events every single day. And I'm super glad to see you guys hyped. And you know what? I don't do this normally. I shouldn't do this while I'm streaming. I'm not supposed to be drinking, period. But you know what? EC, Abstract, I gotta tell you guys right now, and a mad scientist, I'm having a beer with all of you right now. Have 10 beers with me if you have the emotes. Thank you so much, mad scientist, EC, and Abstract for those subs. That hype train is a level 5. You guys are crazy, but so is Pal. And she is in the lead. I should go back to commentating. My bad, chat, my bad. By the way, Daffy with a sub to Rogelio. Guys, you will not stop. The sub goal can legally drink now. What have you guys done? Oh my God, thank you so much, Big Daffy. Thank you so much, everybody. Hang on, I'm missing the match. Chat, please let me commentate. And a forward one that is going to be QueenPlays officially in the lead, chat.
Round 2. Fight.
And if you're watching this on the YouTube side of things, the chat is just going absolutely wild. We're having a great time. However, it does not appear to be CutiePau who is having a great time. Let me see if I can get back into character, if we can. Robocop, that's weird, huh? You need to have insurance, right? Or it's like 25. I don't know how that works. So we still have room to grow, says Robo, yes. All right, CutiePau, though, this is going to be an instant counter coming from QueenPlays. Nice low to go alongside that, though, and however, though, more spin to win coming from Pau, trying to zone from distance. All right, though, and now these are going to be a ton of projectiles. QueenPlay, by the way, has been playing very, very smart. Just waiting for Pau to run out of hats, essentially, and now we're taking this airborne. It does appear, if QueenPlay does get you in the corner, you will be having a serious bad morning. Here comes Pau. Pau with the lead. Is this going to be enough? And it absolutely will be. Chat, all right, this is all tied up. By the way, Subby and Adini, and LouriLegend, make sure those invites are sent out. Make sure you guys are gonna be good to go. Coming up next. Thank you so much, you too easy. I see you going crazy as well. All right, coming on strong is gonna be QueenPlays. These two are literally going as back and forth can get. By the way, the prize pool currently at that $215. That was my weight class in high school wrestling. It is not my weight class now, I won't lie to you. However, it's gonna be a big breakaway coming from Queen. All right, and Rogelio instantly coming out with the cats. We love it. QueenPlay, they are on the verge. Can they close this out? CutiePau, you might want to stand in there in boxing range and mix it up. No counter, down one. CutiePau being smart, not necessarily taking their turn back right away. Does not want any poke into special shenanigans. Very smart gameplay. However, you got to wonder about Chip at this point. Nice low, big punish from Pau. And look at QueenPlays trying to make this happen, and she does! A 2-1 lead coming from QueenPlays, just like that. And by the way, Arrow, I see you did get your sub back due to this amazing community. Truly cannot thank you guys enough. Let's send it back to the replay, and let's see how this match continues to develop. And holy moly, this community, man, has shown up and it has shown out. They want to see the ladies play. They want to see them mix it up. However, it is a lot more games to be played than this. Keep in mind, this is just to get into the semifinals. We've got about 5 more matches coming your way after this. And you know what? I'll be here all day for it. Absolutely. All right, CutiePau, thinking about this, she also does play a T1000. However, we're going to still be coming out with that Kung Lao. And I see a mad scientist. He's going crazy with those RoboCop emotes. Much love, a mad scientist. Thank you so much for everything you do for the stream. By the way, that level 5 gold train, community, man. All I got to say is a gigantic thank you. Chat, I'm going to stop sounding like a broken record, and we're going to get you back to that match. This is going to be game number 4. Let's see if Pau has the goods. Nice, good low. And Pau thinking, in my opinion, maybe a little bit too patient, but as I say that, Pau is saying, Vape, shut up, I've got this. Look at this. Good. All right, Pau with the lead. However, though, QueenPlays, they do have comeback technology. They are known to bring these back, especially if Pau ends up in that corner. This could be very, very bad for them. And if I'm Pau, get into range, mix it up with them. However, though, there's a reason why I'm not playing. It's because I'm terrible at the game. And yeah, we'll get to that later. Anyway. Okay, more hats on the board. However, though, here's big QueenPlays. Good. What's going on, Sick with it? Nice. Good low. Jump in. Oh, wait, I'm just saying bad at random bullshit. Nice grab. Oh, wait a minute. 1-1 down, 1 into the overhead. Nice. Forward 1 into the low. And here's Pau. They need one more hit. Can they get it? And that is going to be the round. That is going to be CutiePau on the verge of sending this to our first game 5. Chat, I cannot hear you. Make some noise. Hey, by the way, what did we get in this choo-choo hype trade? Let's see what we got, chat. Holy moly, we got the gold face. I don't even know what that is. Thank you so much, you too easy. Abstract, the mad scientist banning. EC, everybody that I'm missing, thank you guys so much for all the love. We love you guys. And these ladies putting on a show right in front of us. Nice. Forward 1, not gonna hit. QueenPlays is not gonna have the lead. That could all change right here and right now. Let's see who's gonna be having the edge here. It does appear QueenPlays is gonna be having a good advantage with that zoning. However, CutiePau answering right back. Nice. Right hats are gonna be on the board everywhere. Nice. The Rockets, though, that's gonna be a full combo! And CutiePau gonna be answering right back. Okay. CutiePau does not want to mix it up right here from range. They want to get away. They want to zone. Tries to go for the big up block, but that's gonna be an up block punish. 17.6% for your troubles. Do we get our first game 5 of the night? I can see it. I can envision it. Chat, if we get that first game 5, I need you guys to light this place on fire. Hey, wait a minute, though. Not yet. Don't light it on fire yet. Hold the torches. Hold the torches. And this, wait a minute, here comes QueenPlay. And they are going to spend the fatal. Wait, no, there's no way. 9 seconds. Chat, hold the torches. Hold the torches. And that's going to be CutiePau. CutiePau sending this to a game number 5 with one of, I don't even know if that's one of the best comebacks, but you know what? It was hype for me, and that's what I'm looking for. Pau, able to make it happen, and we are going to our first of the night. Chat, I need everybody in the building to make some noise. I see Online, Kale, Samara, Abstract, everybody going crazy, and let's go back for one more. All right, chat, every emo you can think of, let's light this place on fire. And by the way, Eggshell in the building, what's going on? You guys think I have energy? You have not seen Eggshell, man. This man, he's a different demon. This is gonna be the last match between these two.
Will host the tournament.
The next time.
And EC gifting a sub to Online Kale as well. I cannot wait to see those emotes. EC continuing to show some love. Thank you so much, brother. All right, though, let's keep it going, though. This is going to be QueenPlays. They know they've got to get it done. Let me switch those names around for clarity's sake. This is going to be the last one between these two. Only one of these two ladies going to be moving on to the semifinals. Let's show them some support, and let's see who's got this. And Becca's in the channel. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. QueenPlays starting to run away with this. QueenPlays, man, the talent is fully on display. You can see it, and this should be enough to be the round. And chat, CutiePau going to be going down just like that. And DivaCricket saying blood in the water. We see.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, the forward 1 and QueenPlay immediately going tremor, and this is going to do a serious amount of damage. CutiePau has got to answer back, but they're not able to. And QueenPlays is dominating this game. And Abstract is subscribing himself. Thank you so much. B-Wood, yeah, Diva played. By the way, B-Wood, why didn't you tell me Diva was like that good at the game? Diva was on fire earlier. All right, nice. Jump in again, and this should be it. This should be close. CutiePau's got a break. Spinning the projectiles, and this is going to do it. That is absolutely going to be the set. Look at the walk down coming from Big Queen. QueenPlays is going to be moving on to the semifinals with that performance, chat. And all I got to say is GG's between both players. However, we now have to go cross-regional on our next match. Let me show you guys exactly what it is I'm talking about. However, first, can we get a big round of applause for those two legends coming through and putting on a show for us? That was as good as it got. And once again, shout outs. By the way, QueenPlays, I see you in the chat. Thank you so much for coming through, and thank you so much for putting on a show along with CutiePau. Coming up next, though, let me show you what we got coming up next. And now on the winner's side, we are down to our top 4. It is going to be none other than QueenPlays, who will be marching on, getting it done. However, they still got quite the road ahead of them. So, dropping down will be CutiePau. They're going to be taking on Vanity. That will be an off-stream match. Ladies, go ahead, get your engine started and get that match played. Let me know here in Twitch what the result is. However, chat, coming up next is going to be none other than Subby taking on LouriLegend. This is going to be from EU to Brazil, and these ladies come in from different sides of the world. Let's get this started. Let's rev our engines and let's go.
Katana.
All right, LouriLegend.
Tremor.
Wait a minute, though. Subby coming out with the katana. What is this? Subby, you're a rain main. What are you doing? Chat, I have questions. And if you're wondering about predictions, my predictions are actually all broken. I'm going to try it again just to see what happens. Oh, and no, predictions work again. Let's go. Oh, they fixed them. I emailed Twitch like 500 times.
Scorpion. Cage match.
Oh, chat, we got predictions now. I'm a different demon when it comes to predictions. Let's go. Give me 1 second.
Fight.
Oh, chat, now we're gonna light this place up like a Christmas tree. You didn't tell me I had predictions back in my life. All right, chat, this is gonna be semifinal number 1. All right, predictions are up. You got 2 minutes on the board. All right, Samara, yeah, now predictions are up. You can spend those. Let me know who you guys got winning. It does appear to be Subby coming through with that katana, looking to get it done. Nice. All right, though, still pushing on through, but Subby gonna answer right back against Louri. And Louri in some sizable trouble now, and Subby really starting to pull away. I did not know Subby had a katana.
Quit wasting my time.
Hey, by the way, I see 200 people up in the building. Thank you guys so much for being here, showing some support. We do love it to see it. However, though, that nice low. And Subby right now trying to show some set play, trying to show that they can play more than just rain, but Louri getting a nice counter. God damn you, Arrow. All right, though, by the way, JK1, QueenPlays, DD95 up in the building. Great to see each and every one of you. By the way, coming up after this, wait, hang on a second, though. We got to see how these semifinals are going to go. Still pushing on through is going to be Louri. Can they get it done? They do not have the lead, but they are able to get some more damage, though. A nice grab coming from Subby. And Subby really starting to pull away here. Louri could be in some big, big trouble. And here comes Subby. This could be the finishing touches on this round, on this game. Subby's katana is looking good for wear, and these players, oh, here comes Louri. Here comes the Scorpion. Do you spend it now? That's a question worth asking. The drop, unfortunate, that's gonna be Subby.
Finish her.
Subby coming out of the EU region is gonna go up 1 game.
Katana wins.
Holy moly, chat. All right, let's get you to that replay. Subby starting us off with a bang. Let's go take a look at that replay again. However, by the way, QueenPlays and DivaCricket, if you guys can add each other's WB and then get those invites sent as this set is ending, definitely would appreciate it. However, let's not waste your guys' time. Let's send it back your way and let's do this damn thing. And Subby looking like a force. They did come in today as our #1 seed. However, they're going to continue to mix up, and let's see if Louri can answer this one back. He said, Vape doing my job. You two, I'm just trying to make it that much easier on you. And online Kale is actually saying Subby is carried. He might be onto something.
Sonya Blade. Tremor. Cage match.
What you've learned of the matron's corruption is just the beginning.
All right, let's do it. By the way, QueenPlays, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. We always do. I'll probably just send one out to you and Diva since I'm in NA West. I don't know if that's where you guys are from. Either way, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Either way, though, Louri now coming out with the Tanya. Look at all these characters we don't get to see that often. However, though, again, we are going to be putting up some mixes, some set play. Johnny's Mansion, Rubber Duckies, and Pool Vines are going to be in the background. Nice. Good. All right, now it's going to be Louri in the lead. This might have been the character choice that the doctor ordered. And by the way, Planetito's Tiger Paws in the building, loving the Tanya gameplay. All right, we're pushing on through yet again and again. The jumping, but an excellent counter coming from Subby. Subby throwing those fans up the low to go with it. Oh, but what was that counter? Beautiful movement coming from Louri. Louri's answering back. This might be their main character. Subby on Katana, this might not be what the doctor ordered, but that's gonna do some damage. And Geo coming through with the raid. Thank you so much, Big Geo, and everybody in the building. If you have not already, consider giving Geo a follow. He does events very similar to this, and he has a great voice for that commentary. Subby gonna take round 1.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, though, we are continuing to keep this party going. Nice overhead again, though, coming from Lauri. Lauri does not have the lead, but now showing a lot more dog in them. Good. Good. Another one, by the way. Gio's over here. He's cracking up a storm, and this is going to be Lauri keeping Subby in the corner. But wait, here comes Subby. Subby answering right back, and look at this damage. Now fully taking the lead. The Tremor Rock just to keep everything safe. However, we're whiffing in public. That is a felony. That is illegal. Okay. And by the way, Uncle Tony, you are just in semifinals for our women's only event. And we are rolling. We are going. Look at this. We got fans out up all over the place. And Subby still continuing to roll. However, not done. Not done just yet. Lauri's got to find their way in. Nice. The low again. Overhead, but that's going to be a full whiff. But wait a minute. They tried to backstep. What do we got from here? The low, that's gonna connect. And look at the walk-up block, just in case Subby decides to armor. This is chip territory for Subby, and that is gonna do it. That's gonna be a 2-0 score, coming from EU's Subby.
Kitana wins.
And let's go take a look at that replay if we can. These two ladies, man, going crazy. However, Subby still with that 2-0 lead. And by the way, Nothing Much says, I love Tanya and I love Vape Coach. We love you too, Nothing Much. Thank you so much for being here. On to the next match. Is Subby gonna 3-0 this, or does Lauri have anything to say about it? He says, add me, Vape Arrow, get out of here.
Kitana.
All right, let's continue to make this happen. Remember, this is going to be a full tournament, man. We got a lot of good matches coming your way.
Nitara.
All right, Lauri coming out with Nitara. This character can make something happen. By the way, DivaCricket, are you here up in the building with us? Is there any chance you can get a King of the Hill started? Either you or QueenPlays, just in case. This ends a little bit early. By the way, AJ's up in the building. You know it's a party now.
Round 1. Fight.
And let's see what we got, though. That Nitara, a very mobile character, can put on a ton of damage. Yeah, Diva, do me a favor. Make it a forever king and go AFK once you get there, and do not go on AFK until I get in there and go AFK myself. All right, though, pushing on through, though. DD95, I see you up in the building. Yo, what's going on, Nia? Is it because you're hosting a women's tournament? Does this make you a woman also? We're not getting into any of that. Anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into some of this match right now. Nia, look, you gotta focus on the match right now. All right, jump-ins again. All right, and Subby is going to be on set point. This is now going to be them one match away from winners finals.
Fight.
What's going on with you, Neo? When are you going to jump back on the mic with me? I thought we were doing this. Nice. All right, though, Lauri, this is your last chance. You got to get that engine started. You got to get some wind in their sails. Good. Moving on strong. We'll be taking the lead. A significant lead. Nitara, not shy about that damage. Good. Hey, Subby, though, that's going to be a big grab. We're taking them a little bit vertical on that one. And look at this, though. Maybe we do have a character from Lauri now. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt quite a bit. Emerald in the building. What's going on, yo? And that is going to be the round. Lauri getting their first one on the board. Do I sense a reverse 3-0? Do I see a game win coming here from Lauri? Time will tell.
Fight.
And by the way, we got Runner Adams making it right here with the 10 bomb. Let's go! Runner Adams, thank you so much, man, for dropping some more on this prize pool. And I know that is not your first time. This community has been going absolutely wild. They are loving the fights tonight. And Runner Adams, thank you so much. Also, right, my short story, I gotta get motivated. I got you, brother. I got you. Whenever you're ready, though, I'll be here. Cyber Peps, thank you so much for the follow. And by the way, Subby, looking to cash this one out, looking to finish this set right here and now. Can they do it? The jumping. And Subby is on the verge. The tremor there. They're on chip territory. And that's going to do it. Subby with a 3-0, looking dominant with the katana. Have not seen them with this character, but clearly going to be part of their repertoire. That is now going to be Subby advancing to winners finals. Chat, let's go take a look at that bracket, but first, let's go take a look at that amazing replay brought to you by this amazing community, sponsored by basically everybody. Let's go and let's roll. All right, chat, now things are starting to get a little bit more interesting from here. So with that result, it'll be none other than Subby, our #1 seed in this event, coming on strong and making it to winners finals. Let's go take a look at that bracket if we can. So it'll be none other, Subby going all the way. However, dropping down to now the lower side of the bracket is going to be, who is it going to be? It's going to be LouriLegend going down. You know what, though? They still got a lot of fight left in them. Let's see what they can do from there. And by the way, their next opponent will be, make sure I got this right. Can I still do this? Am I washed? Is Vape completely washed? He might be. Is going to be the winner of Vanity and QuetiePau. So when Vanity and QuetiePau are done, let me know the result and we will go ahead and get your opponent, LouriLegend, all queued up for you. Make sure you guys are gonna be on stream, LouriLegend. However, coming up next, chat, this is gonna be DivaCricket taking on QueenPlays. Let's not waste any more of your guys' time. Let's get this going and let's get this rolling.
Mileena.
It's all good, Queen. It's all good. We got it. We made it happen. All right, here comes Diva. Here comes Queen. And chat, this is going to be going down like 4 flat tires. It's Diva, and it is going to be this Sindel from Queen, who's been playing excellent all night. But so has Diva. And now Oz is saying DQ everybody. I got you, Oz. All right, let's do it. It's Diva, it's QueenPlays. Both these two, I do not believe, representing a team. And by the way, Elson, yeah, that is thanks to this amazing community, the forward one. And now here comes Queen, putting it on Diva. Diva's in trouble, having to play another Sindel. However, Queen says, I got a little bit of different battle tactics. Okay, what can we get for the mix? Decides to go with the Kung Lao for this one. I'm surprised we do not see the Farah. And QueenPlays is lighting this up like a Christmas tree. QueenPlays is going insane. Nice. Oh, the orbiting hat, though. That is going to be some down 2 tactics we see. Ozboz, you already know it. You already know it. All right, these ladies are here. They are gaming. This is going to now be round number 2. QueenPlays in the lead. We got raw ball rolls. Overhead again. The low hat. What is going to be the mix from here? Does not fall for it, does QueenPlays. Overhead. Nice. Nice low to go alongside it. There's a beautiful forward one coming from Queen, continuing to carry through with the damage, not dropping this. It looks like there's the mix. And another restand. Diva is on life alert here. Gonna be in some serious trouble. I don't know if I agree with the breakaway, chat. I'll be completely honest with you. All right, the overhead not gonna land. Okay. Okay, nice forward one to go alongside it though, and that is gonna be a big screen coming to your face. And chat, this is gonna do it. That is a very clean round coming from QueenPlays. And that overhead absolutely gonna land, and QueenPlays is rolling right now, trying to get to grand finals and join, I'm sorry, trying to get to winners finals and join Subby. We got a long ways until then. Let's send it back your direction. And pursuing Breeze in the building. They were supposed to be here, but you know what? We hopefully will get them in the next one. However, DivaCricket, a nice replacement, though, doing some solid work. However, will need to dig themselves out of this trench and get back in to that winning column. Let's get back to the action, and let's go. And like Brecca saying, damn some, yeah, no, QueenPlays is no joke. Definitely doing some work. A 1-0 score to start us off.
Fair.
All right, chat, on to the next match.
The Shokan and Centaurians have resumed skirmishing.
Send me, Mother. I'll end their dispute.
All right, here we go, chat. Make some noise for QueenPlays and DivaCricket. Game number 2 on the horizon. All right, how are things going to be starting off between these goats right now? It's going to be Diva. There's the fair mix, but QueenPlays looks like she was ready for it. She saw the last sentence. I know what I can do. However, that's going to be a ball roll immediately from Diva. Answering right back. The overhead is good to go again. Nice. Overhead slam. And this, oh, the low catches him. They're kind of delaying it right there. I'm loving the timing coming from Diva. A fantastic lead. And Farah, a very good camo. We're going all the way eastbound on that one. And if you're just entering this event wondering what is this stream, this is actually a women's only tournament we are putting on for the viewers, and the ladies are loving it. Forward one into the low, the Trevor with the big pickup from Queen. And Queen might have this, they might be able to bring this all the way back, but it's gonna be Diva knotting this up. At least actually taking a 1-round advantage here in game number 2. But hang on a second, Diva finds himself in the corner. That one instant, no, it's gonna be Queen who does it. Gonna be immediately flawless blocked, and now Diva is gaming. So Vape, will you be the final boss? Of course, I'm always the final boss. Nice. Oh, the low's gonna catch him again. QueenPlays not breaking away. They are definitely in some trouble. Again, before you better believe it. Nice, down one again. The low does not catch him. That's an instant punish coming from QueenPlays. And let's see what we got, Kale. That is right. This community has been amazing. However, the overhead again, and Diva on the verge of closing this out. Farah making some big adjustments, and that's gonna be the route. Wait. Not gonna kill. One needs one more. One more. Can QueenPlays be perfect? It's gonna be a tall task. However, the wake up down one absolutely going to do it. And that is gonna be now a 1-1 score. We are all tied up here in Vapes Fight Night semifinals. All right, Chad, you guys wanted action, and here it is. DivaCricket immediately answering back. However, though, they will need to game like they've never gamed before, because I have a feeling QueenPlays is going to be coming out with the fury here going into game number 3. Let's send it back your way. And if you are joining us, this is a women's only tournament now. DivaCricket and QueenPlays, they are fighting to see who's going to take on Subby in the semifinals. And DivaCricket, since the switch to the Farah, has looked super impressive. We got to call it like we see it.
I will, Mother.
All right, it's going down. It's going all around. And let's see now, coming out with the exact same combo, QueenPlays says, you know what? It's perfectly fine. I just need to change up my tactics. All right, the low size. And now a bit of missed inputs there. No punish on that. Good low. Oh, does not get the confirm. And now it's going to be Diva. What is going to be the fair? These guys are kind of dropping a little bit. However, though, in semifinals, the nerves can be high. However, Tremor, he's going to have to put up some higher damage, though. And that is going to be the ground pound mix. Got to break away. Tell me kids can't. What are you talking about, Oz? What do we got from here? Trying to swing immediately. Does not get a conversion off of that. Big up block coming from Queen. Queen gonna have the lead. Slams her right back down, and Queen is continuing to game the overhead pressure again and again. But you know what? Nice trip guard. The low again catches him, but he drops it. Good low. Gonna get their turn back. The tremor mix. This is gonna be the round. QueenPlays. This should be the lead, assuming they don't drop it. They don't cash out fully on that. Interesting. But that overhead, do not let this happen. The low's gonna catch him. And that is going to be some beautiful defense coming from QueenPlays. Going to be a quick round number 1 in the books.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, Osmos means don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right, including this confirm coming from Queen. Seems to have really adapted to this Mileena, who's been an absolute savage from pillar to post. Good counter on reaction. Good overhead. The armored overhead, I might add, and that's going to do a sizable amount. Queen with a disgusting lead right here. God damn you, Hawks. All right, though, this is continuing to get lit up. We are doing down ones on wake up one with a Farah beat. Nice overhead. Queen is saving that for a rainy day, and it is most certainly paying off. Hey, Ankle Tony, you can absolutely see it. But you know what? That is perfectly fine, because we are here to support them regardless. Nice. And Queen needs one more, and that's going to be the game. Queen on a 2-1 score over Diva. And this is going to be it. That 2-1 is going to be going all sorts of crazy. 3 regions represented here in Vapes Fight Night. Europe, North America, and Brazil. And we still have all 3 remaining, I do believe. A 2-1 score. Now coming for Queen. Let's go look at that replay if we can. All right, 2-1, Chad, just like that. Do we get another game number 5? I would love to see it. That would be our second game number 5 of the night. However, only time will tell. Let's send it back your direction, and let's go.
Sindel. Mileena.
By the way, I do see we just crushed that 420 sub goal. Thank you again to this amazing community, man. Making sure these events stay going and rolling. We go live basically every single day. DivaCricket gonna have one more shot at this. They've got a Farah like they've never Farah'd before.
Raiden, Mother.
No,
oh, Vanity, I could definitely see a 2-2 situation. I could definitely see it. So donate for the Audi era. We're not getting you an Audi. Not with this stream. However, this is about the ladies right now, and here comes Diva. Not able to fully go into that ball roll, but we'll get some decent damage out of that. Nice, the 2-4, not keeping those frames plus. You can see Queen trying to get the backstep punish. However, it's going to be Diva a little bit too quick on the draw for that. Nice overhead. Nice. Good, but that's a punish now coming for Queen. And Queen is coming on strong. However, we are breaking away from that. Do not want to eat any unnecessary damage. Oh, no punish on that? I don't know if that could have been. Again, though, we are coming through. Look at Diva. Can they take out Queen, man? I don't know if this would be an upset, but it would be a very impressive performance, though. No punish on that. A little bit too far away, that tremor, to keep everything safe. Overhead? No up block on that bad boy. The delayed forward one into the overhead. Here comes Queen. That's going to be a direct punish. Needs one more. Can they get one more remix? That tremor is loaded. And that's gonna be the round from Diva. Diva able to get this done, and we are continuing to go all sorts of crazy. Nice low. Oh, tries to get another backstep, but Diva a little bit too quick on the draw. Nice overhead. Oh, those overheads have been landing at will. Another forward one into the low. That tremor, they're gonna get clapped. However, that's gonna be a nice scream though coming from Queen. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. On reaction, though, the overhead still taking their turn back. Remember, you will see a down one early and often after that overhead tremor. And QueenPlays looks like they could be going down. Gotta break away. Neither player having a lot of meter left. Gets the mix. Here comes Queen. Do you spend it? That's the question. Not yet. Says, I want one more. Down one. Now it is their turn, guaranteed. The stand two. The tremor, but that's gonna be a beautiful block. Oh! And Diva with a raw ball roll to send this to another game 5. Holy moly, chat. Holy moly. Chat, let's go look at that replay. We got one more. QueenPlays, every single match today has been a game 5 from them. They have been giving us so much content, but we also have to give credit to DivaCricket making that comeback, chat. This is going to be our second game 5, and dare I say, this is one of the more entertaining women's tournaments you will see, at least maybe for a little while. We will go and we will find out. Chat, make some noise. Game number 5.
Sindel.
Okay, God, thank you. And Dyer saying, who's that dog in your emote? That's my dog. Chat, let's do this. Game number 5, DivaCricket, QueenPlays. It all comes down to this.
Send me, mother. I'll end their dispute.
I know, Vanity, I know. By the way, Mileena Tremor, I'm sorry, Mileena Farah, when was the last time you guys saw that? All right, gonna be starting off getting some meters, gonna be none other than QueenPlays jumping right over, gets a bit of a trip guard. And that, no mix, good defense from Diva. And that's gonna be a direct punish now. QueenPlays is starting to pour it on. However, though, a little bit of lag spikes we are seeing, however, hopefully we can fight through that. Yeah, Vanity, I was about to say, I've never seen this combo. Bet you guys have never seen Shang Tremor either. I invented that. I didn't invent that. I saw it on Twitter one time. Nice. Another forward one, however, though, that is going to be the up block coming from Queen. However, we most certainly are going to be breaking away from that. What can we get? There's a nice forward one. Not able to go into the... And by the way, you do see Diva early... Nice anti-air from Queen. And this should be the round. Queen is one away from setting up a winners finals with Big Subby.
Fight.
Yeah, I know, he's cool. He's a good boy. Nice forward one into the low, into the tremor. You're going airborne. And this is going to be none other than QueenPlays trying to put this one away, but Diva has been such a tough customer. Yo, he said Cal Clarkel, what's going on? He said, babe, Cal Clarkel in the building. This is real love. We love you, brother. Thank you so much for being here. And QueenPlays continuing to ice this one. Beautiful mix. This could be the beginning of the end. Diva's got to break. Let's see what the tea leaves are reading. Let's see. By the way, Queen Sheds, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. And this can only be a matter of time. Nice down one. Is this gonna do it, chat? Forward one. The ball roll, and that's gonna be all QueenPlays, making it to winners finals off of a 3-2 score. QueenPlays has been giving us so much content, as has DivaCricket. Thank you guys so much. I'll show you right now. It's all on stream. However, with that result, that is now going to be the end of winners action, at least for a while. I say QueenPlays, Subby, go grab a snack. You guys will be up in just a little bit. However, let's go back and let's go take a look at that bracket. And by the way, if you did bet on QueenPlay, you will be winning some points. Diva, I speak for everybody in this building when I say you had an amazing run. You are still in this bracket, by the way. Chat, with that result, it'll be none other than, it'll be QueenPlays who will be going on to winners finals. That is going to look like this, and they will be taking on Subby in just a little while. However, chat, we've got to go now and take a look at that lower side of the bracket. It's going to be none other than DivaCricket dropping back down. We will see them coming up, and we will see them actually in just a couple matches. Chat, coming up right now, it's going to be CutiePau taking on LouriLegend. That is going to be North America to Brazil. This double elimination tournament is going the distance. Let's send it your way. Let's go and let's roll.
Cum laude.
All right, chat, this is gonna be, I'm sorry, losers quarterfinals coming your way. Let's make some noise for these ladies coming through here, still continuing to put on a show.
Sector.
All right, let's make this happen. Let's keep this action going. LouriLegend gonna be coming through, taking on CutiePau. Let me switch those names around, and then let's get started for losers quarters. Diddle, love to hear it, brother. Love to hear it. Either way, let's do it. Let's see if CutiePau will be moving on in action. And by the way, Diva, make sure you're ready to go coming up next. And Adinian, I believe it is. Make sure you're ready to come up next. And Captain Ahab in the building as well. Great to see you. And we are all cheering on CutiePau. We are all cheering on LouriLegend. We want to see which one of these are going to be moving on. Nice low. We have a little bit color match here. Both coming out in the purple. CutiePau, though, going to be trying to zone. Lauri's got to find a way in. Nice. There's going to be a big pickup coming from Lauri. Captain Ahab with the follow. Thank you so much, CutiePau. Trying to wake up with buttons. Lauri not having it. Jump in again. There's going to be some rockets to your face. Could have picked up a full combo, I believe. Maybe not. Lauri whipping in public. That is illegal. And by the way, yeah, Lee May Movado, they know what they got to do. And look at Lauri starting to make their way in. Overhead is going to do it, and that is going to be all CutiePau moving on. However, still got a ways to go here. CutiePau with that 1 round lead. Let's see if LouriLegend can catch up to them. Nice down one to take your turn back, keeping it all safe. Trying to get those backdash punishes. Good defense. However, an instant air dive coming from Pau. And by the way, DivaCricket, you are putting on a tremendous amount of matches today. We love to see it. Remember, chat, we don't have that many more matches left, but we are going to run everything else on stream. About 4 more coming up after this. And these ladies have been putting on a show. $225 going to the winning players. However, we're going to have to see who that's going to be. Jump-ins again. And now Pau appears to be running away with this. The overhead could have killed from right there. What are they doing? And that is going to be it. That is going to be a 1-0 score. And Online Kale actually offering up the plot armor to Pau. We do love to see it. 1-0 is going to be what we got. And now Lauri might have to change up their battle tactics at least a little bit. Let's go look at that replay and let's send you back to the action. Hey, wait, we just got a notification. What was that? I didn't see it. Wait. We just got a donation. Holy moly. Wait. Who was that? I got to go back and take a look at that. It was a $10 donation. And the initials are N and R. Thank you so much. I didn't see the name, but I know I don't want to say your government name here, but thank you so much. Who was that?
While sweet,
Please come forward. I know it's not you, Arrow. Thank you so much for the $10 donation towards the bracket. Game number 2 is on the horizon. Here we go. Diddle, it was not you. Thank you so much, whoever that was. I know whose name, I can see the name. I just don't want to say it on stream, but thank you tremendously. I went to the replay right as you did it. All right, though, let's keep this turned up. Let's keep this moving, and let's keep this grooving. It's going to be CutiePau trying to cook this up. $235 on the board, and who is going to be taking this? Nice. Good. And Get Be Full, is that? It wasn't you, was it? If it was, no. I don't know. You got to let me know. It was me, Get Be Full. Thank you so much. Said Pau low-key the lowest of keys cooking. It looks like we're having a great time. 200 people up in the building. Ozboz, you already know it, but Pau continuing to go crazy. Nice, the low again, and this is going to be some damage. However, got to break away. Just Pau does not want to eat any of that. LouriLegend in some trouble. Chat, get your head in the game and give us some energy. Give the players some energy. These ladies are going absolutely a Captain Insano mode. Pearl, was it you? Was it? I don't know. Is this gonna hit? Not gonna hit. And now the zoning. Look at Lauri. They seem to have adapted. That's gonna be the round. Lauri answering right back, saying, you know what? We're coming out with some spoon technology.
Round 2.
Yeah, Houseboss, I don't know. This community is running away with it. Good. All right, though. Lauri coming out with a much better game plan, saying, you want to zone? We can zone. And that's going to be another combo. CutiePau now in some trouble. One of Brazil's best is coming out, and that's going to be some beautiful set play. Lauri is turning back the tides on us. Nice, and that's going to get clipped. Can they pick it up? A bit of a drop. You got to wonder if the ping has anything to play in that. Lauri going to be getting taken through the ringer. Will still have another lead. Nice, down one. And that's a big pick up, Lauri. This might be it. What looked like could have been a one-way traffic is now Lauri with a dominating game 2. And you can see Brazil cheering on Lauri saying, get this done. Holy moly, chat, in a 1-1 score just like that. And all I gotta say is, man, this has been, in my opinion, as far as my hosting women's tournament, this has been the best one we've done, man. It has been super, super fun. And you have to remember, these events, they do have some kind of, you know, bad vibes around them because, you know, sometimes things didn't work out necessarily how they wanted to in the past. And today, all I have to say is things are going all according to plan. Absolutely perfect event. Thank you so much to this community. And you can see Vanity, who played in this event, is saying it's been a pleasure to watch. We've still got so much more coming your way.
Kitana.
And Cal Clark Kell is saying this has been awesome. Thank you guys so much. And if this is your first time watching the stream, hopefully it is not the last because we got a lot more coming your way. We do events every single day. Hey, absolutely, Queen Chance, absolutely. And if you find yourself in those sign-up channels for the next one, by all means, come through. And CutiePau now going with something a little bit more high tier. Going with something a lot more high tier, actually. The CutiePau 1000 is going to be on the board. The Metal Boner is going to be here to play and here to stay. And CutiePau says, all right, you want a zone? Check this out. This is called Rushdown. And by the way, Get Be Fool coming through with the 5 bomb. He said he's got 5 on it. And he said, I'm a man of my word. Thank you so much, Get Be Fool. $240 on the board. Diddle, what are you saying right now? Diddle, don't do this to me. All right, chat. Now this is going to be $240 on the board. However, though, it does appear to still be Lauri coming through with the lead. And you know what, though? He'd say, I'm asked about play for support. Hey, I'm asked, and sometimes I jump in my own tournaments. CutiePau, they can't spend it. Not just yet. What's the mix? The low, they read it. That's going to be the round. No, not just yet, but that grab will do it. Osboss, I tried for like 5 hours to fix it. I couldn't. But then it just let me fix it. I don't know. Sometimes if you just stare at something, Osboss, it'll get fixed. All right, though, it is going to be Lauri now officially taking the lead in this set. We've got 200 goats and Arrow up in the chat. Great to see everybody here. Oh, but we got some set play, though. Wait, though. CutiePau going to break out of it. Nice. Furrow says, Bandit, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. However, slamming him back down is going to be none other than CutiePau. CutiePau with the lead. All right. Just going all 4-3-4-3. What's going on, Big Barry? Shout outs to the graphic artist in the chat. Barry himself does a lot of great work. Not able to pick it up. Nice grab, though. These have been killing CutiePau. Lauri, they just need a little bit more damage, though. That counts. That doesn't count as a projectile. This game sucks. Nice. All right. Osboss, trust me, just a little bit longer. All right, Dempsey up in the building cheering us on as well. I see so many goats up in the building. Hootie, it's a joke. It's a joke. I don't think I'd be hosting this tournament. But wait a minute, we're gonna spend it. It's gonna be broken away on, but now CutiePau has no more meter. The jump in punish. This should be the round, assuming they don't drop it. And this, no, not yet. But what? Holy moly, Chad. And that's going to be LouriLegend on a 2-1 score. Chat, what have we done to deserve games this good? These have been some of the best matches in recent memory. These ladies are putting on an absolute masterclass. And chat, we were joking about me going on AFK earlier. I'm staying AFK now. Definitely don't want to be doing that, man. Don't want to get mixed by none of this. These ladies going absolutely insane on this tournament.
P1000, Kitana, Sub-Zero, Movado.
And I don't know what advantage, though, Sub-Zero does play with the T1000 matchup. I guess the gunshots. However, though, we will see CutiePau now coming out with their final form. Gonna be T1000 and the Movado. And Daragot says, I'm sensing a major wealth transfer. I don't know about none of that, but I'm sensing some major good matches. By the way, Daragot, thank you so much for being here, brother. All right, the action continuing, though. The action continuing left, right, and center field. 4-3s into a big command grab. Throws him overhead, and Lauri now getting taken through at the T1000 special. Good. All right, the down 1, 4-3, 4-3. Chop, 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 chop. He said low-key candlesticks. You might be onto something, Dino, but right now we are seeing a thing of beauty. Oh, the set play again coming from Lauri. Lauri with the lead. Lauri the legend, kind of living up to that legend. I got you, you too easy. Yes, that is correct. Yes, you too easy. They will be on stream next. In fact, DivaCricket, if you want to load up a King of the Hill invite right now and invite your opponent, be AFK inside the hill, just so when we get done, we can get over there, definitely would appreciate it. The 2-4 though, QuetiePau on the verge. Can QuetiePau complete this? The jump in, but he gets caught. Down one. Nice. When's that gonna be it? No, they have breaker. You better spend it, you better believe. Nice. Still going on strong, and that's QuetiePau. Do we get another game number 5? These women have been lighting up this scoreboard.
Fight.
All right, though, let's keep this going. Let's keep this flowing. 200 goats up in the building, as well as Arrow, and as well as Offboss. I'm kidding. We love each and every one of you. Jumping in again. Let's get that game 5. It could be trending that direction. What would Lauri have? Oh, QuetiePau getting caught out in the nude. What is this? Overhead. Nice down one. However, though, that big overhead slam coming from Big Pau. Nice. And the down one. Lauri looking to bring this back, looking to spend that fatal. Pau would not be able to break away. And that, whoa! Pau had it. Pau had it. Holy moly, chat. Holy moly indeed. And keep in mind, guys, we do events every single day, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Be sure to tune in and be sure to come watch this game number 5 with us. And by the way, chat, we just got a $10 donation. I don't know why it's not showing up on stream, but I see it with my eyes. We just got a $10 donation. Who is that from? Thank you so much for that. Even 200 and crisp $250. I don't know who that was, but I don't know why that's not showing up on my stream. Either way, though, that will be us going to a game number 5 in chat. Light this place on fire. Let me hear some noise from each and every one of you. It's LouriLegend and it's QuetiePau going to our 3rd game 5 of the night. And this tournament, man, has absolutely delivered from pillar to absolute post. LouriLegend thinking about this, by the way. And by the way, $250 now in that prize pool. Who was that, by the way? You can tell me in chat. You can tell me I'm a coach. However, though, 250 big ones on the board. And this tournament is most certainly going the distance. QuetiePau coming out against LouriLegend. Let's see who's got it.
So long as I'm first constable.
And I know the initials, it was JM. By the way, Kaizen, man, how you been? Dexy Dog in the building, great to see you. And Get Before, I think that was you, wasn't it? Don't you dare lie to me. All right, though, the lead mate coming on board. This is a very interesting pick, though. Another overhead. QuetiePau getting caught. That Scorpion is trying to do some work. Pau. Oh, my goodness. So this is kind of a steamroll. This is in trouble. Oh, my goodness. LouriLegend. We're waking up with buns. You can't keep Pau down for too long. Nice. Subby, you might be onto something. QuetiePau, what do we got from here? One more good read from QuetiePau. Oh, we're whiffing in public, and that's going to be the round.
Are you stupid?
It's a very good point, Nia. It's a very good point. Let him know. Let him know.
Fight.
Oh, all right, though. That Scorpion catching again. LouriLegend continuing to come on strong. By the way, the women's Brazilian scene, man, some of the strongest in the game, and we are seeing it firsthand. Jump-ins again. Brazil's kind of OD in kind of every side of the community, I'll be honest. Absolutely super strong region. Nice down one, the double down one. And that's going to be a beautiful whip punish. LouriLegend on the verge of putting this away. One more. And the overhead is going to do it. That is going to be LouriLegend making the comeback, and that will be a 3-2 score. Brazil is here to play, and Brazil is here to stay. GG's between both players. QuetiePau, thank you so much again for attending this. Hopefully you did have a great time, and that will be the round. That will be the match. Let's take you guys back to that replay. That's a good lead made, by the way. And the Runner Adams, by the way, is that you coming in with a fresh one? No, that's an old one. I got scared for a second. I was like, wait, what is that? However, very good games between both players. That overhead was absolutely clutch. QuetiePau, thank you again for coming through, and thank you again for making this part of your day. Chat, let's send you back to the bracket, and let's see how things are continuing to develop. It is going to be LouriLegend going on to losers semifinals. Congratulations. We will see you in a little while. However, coming up next, this is going to be DivaCricket taking on Adenian 95. Brazil versus United States yet again. Let's do it. Let's send it your way, and let's roll. All right, Chad, let's do it. This is going to be DivaCricket. This is going to be Adenian 95. And by the way, $10 more going in the prize pool. Almost at 300. Absolutely insane. He said, get that ad revenue. I just like you guys being here. We're having a good time. All right, chat, this is going to be losers quarterfinals. The winner of this will be taking on LouriLegend. Later on, though, we're going to run winners finals immediately after this.
Soon to an island.
Capturing him would be a most
All right, Chad, let's do it. By the way, Cal Clark Kell saying, I'd never get Superman love. That's going to be an amazing movie. But by the way, I'm looking forward to that and Jurassic World. Let's do it. Let's go, DivaCricket. Can they continue to go on this run? Or is it going to be Adenian 95 putting this to bed? You see the two sisters fighting. All right, so the Sub-Zero ice armor on it does appear. Adenian 95 coming out with some battle tactics. And Pure Guido, thank you so much for coming through with that sub. Nothing but love. 2 months on the board, by the way. Nice low, still continuing to roll, still continuing to flow. Nice. Good stuff again. By the way, we've been live for just a little bit over 2 hours. Amazing community. Still swinging though, but this is going to be DivaCricket in the lead. Look at these two sizing each other up. ProStone in the building. What's going on? Moker in the house as well. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to CGF. Amazing team. I know the owner personally. Very good looking man. Nice. And this is now going to be Adenian 95 getting something started. Nice. So that's going to be a big punishment. Wait a minute. Still continuing to move on. Both these players, though, the low. Moving on forward, and we're smashing it right back down. All right, DivaCricket, though, a very slow-paced round. However, it does appear to be picking up that Lao hat. However, Adenian is onto their battle tactics. Nice, going corner bound. However, Diva is going to be pressing, though, getting countered on with the down one from Big Adenian. That's a whip punish, though, and that should... No, they drop it! Why did that whip? Either way, it doesn't matter. We're spinning that fatal, and that's going to be the end of the round, just like that. I got you guys. I'll be sending you right into grand finals. I got you. That's going to be the round, though. All right, though. And that is now going to be Adenian now looking so much better, though, here in the lower side of things. Can they take out DivaCricket? The two sisters on display. Jump-ins again. Overhead smash not going to be working, though. That Sub-Zero ice armor still going to be playing a part, but so is the ball roll. Nice. All right, though, still coming on through is going to be none other than Diva. Finally getting their bearing straight, finally getting their ducks in a row. Who is going to take this? Can Adenian make that comeback? Because right now Diva is kind of steamrolling. All right, pushing on through are going to be both players. However, only one of them can move on in this tournament. If you lose here, you do go home. Nice, going aerial is going to be Adenian. Pushing on through, making this what it is, and this. Wait a minute, Diva, do they got this? Red smash, no good. The low. And by the way, guys, coming up, Queen versus Subby. That is what is going to be known as cinema. Holy moly, the number 1 and 2 seeds going at it, but right now we got to see how this losers is going to go. And Chad, I kind of like the pink overlay. We really should keep that. However, again, this is going to be Diva now really getting their bearing straight, really pushing on through. Nice. The low again. And still pushing on through is going to be Adenian. Can they take the lead? Corner bound and wait a minute though. DivaCricket getting a rare opening and absolutely exploiting it. Nice. And another one and another low. And still pushing on through, but we got to break away. Adenian does not have too much more life left. Going to be putting on that ice armor as well. By the way, Bez, talk to me, brother. How is everything going? Another punish coming courtesy of Adenian. They do not have Fatal Blow at their disposal. And by the way, I don't know why it's not showing up. I don't know why it's not showing up, but we just got another 10 bomb. Coming from JM. I have a feeling that's going to be Big Hero coming through with that one. Thank you so much. I don't know why it's not showing up. However, we just got another $10 donation. That is going to be DivaCricket taking the game 1 win. Let's go take a look at that replay if we can. And by the way, Puro, if that was you, thank you so much for the sub and the drop the donations going to the players. Chat, this is now $270 on the board. Let's get you back to the action and let's keep this train rolling. And yeah, Puro, I knew that was you. Thank you so much for that. We're almost at $300 tonight. Only 30 away. However, though, this has been getting lit up like a Christmas tree. These matches going absolutely crazy. Diva and Adenian coming on through. And let's see who's going to take the edge here in game number 2.
Mission sister. We need him
Is this the most for any stream you've done? No. But you know what? It's the most for today, and this community coming through, making this happen is so, I don't even know what to say. Really showing some love for the ladies. Thank you guys so much again. And by the way, a huge shout out to my man Puro coming through, man. Absolutely helping crush that donation goal. Holy moly. Okay, nice. Going on through again, but wait a minute, we gotta break away from any and all of that. All right, Diva. Diva coming through with the lead. Supporting the female gamers is always a W. Oh, we're gonna be doing more of these. You better believe it. More of these in the future to come. Pushing through again. Okay. And then, by the way, Lady Dark, thank you so much for coming through with the follow, making it Facebook official. And this women's tournament is a living legend that is living up to that legend. Here comes Adenian, though, does not have the lead. Nice to jump in. Pushing on through the overhead to go along with it. And by the way, guys, we did make a brand new Twitter. If you do want to follow, you can do so right here, as we do once a year or whatever. But that is going to now be Diva taking a commanding lead halfway through winning this set. Or is it just X? There it is, right there. That's where you can find it. Nice. And that's where you can keep up with all the events. We also do have a Discord if you want to jump in. You can find that right here as Diva continues to go crazy on this bracket. Nice low. And Diva has never competed in a tournament before, but for their first run, doing a tremendous amount. Oh, but that rumble is going to be caught, and here comes Adenian. And Adenian most certainly going to be making you pay for this one. Going aerial. No, still using the glaze. And Serena, well, we're going for a bit of a restand, it looks like. Maybe a bit of a drop. The jump in, but wait a minute. Good. And another low to go alongside it. Pushing through is going to be none other than Big Diva. Diva is close to getting this one on the board. Can they do it? Oh, the cross guard or the trip guard. I forget what it's called. But the grab. Diva going to be expanding that lead. Nice. Did Diva change the cameo? Are you serious? Hang on, I'll look at that right now, Lori. I'll look at that right now. We're going to take a big look at that. We're going to take a big look. I'm getting some sources that are saying that Diva actually switched the cameo on us. Oh, that is correct. That is correct. I'm actually not going to do a replay. That way we can go take a look at the previous one to verify. Let me take a look. Diva, if you're in the chat, you are not allowed to switch cameos on wins. Yeah, we got some investigating to do. It's okay. It's our first tournament. We're gonna be accommodating for this. Yeah, Diva did switch cameos, unfortunately. Unfortunately did. So, what we're gonna do about that? Guys, I'm gonna let you know, because we cannot afford any more delays, we have to give Adenian the win on that one. It is the fair way to do it, and we're a little bit backed up on schedule already, so that's gonna be a 1-1. Diva, if you're watching, you are not allowed to switch cameos on wins. However, we're gonna give that game to Adenian. We're good to go. Perfect.
Corrupted forest.
When I find
So, what would have been a 2-0 for Diva is now gonna be a 1-1 score. Now for Adenian and Diva. You can only change if you lose. However, we're going to teach it that way right now. I don't want to replay the match. We're just going to keep it going like that. That way we at least still have some momentum. All right. And CK saying my girls are playing. Absolutely. You better believe it. The Adenians are on screen. And now is going to be Adenians coming through. Adenian 95, I should say, coming from the Brazil side of the scene. And remember, chat, yeah, we do count that as a defeat if you do switch cameos on win. And I feel like a lot of other tournament organizers as well. If we had more time, maybe we could replay the match. However, we got to keep the momentum going. Nice. All right, this is going to be tied up 1-1. Beautiful backdash, but that's going to be a punish coming from Diva. All right, yeah, Queen Shans, I got to agree with you, man. I absolutely have to agree with you. Diva has looked incredible. Usually people, their first time on here, there's a lot of people. There's over 200 people watching this tournament. And you know what? Diva doesn't care. They've got their headphones on. They're listening to whatever music they're jamming to, and they're saying, I don't care. Nice overhead, and that is going to be Diva now on the verge of going up on a 2-1 lead.
Round 2.
All right, let's keep it going, though. Let's do it. All right, the backdash, however, the down 2 now coming from Adenian. By the way, Subby and QueenPlays, make sure you guys are ready to go. Oh, Queen Shans, I'm nervous every single tournament, man. I'm not even playing in these. Judo Master, my goat. Talk to me, brother. Welcome to the channel. And you know what? We've got some ladies putting on a hell of a show. The Glaives are going to be out again and again. Jump in. Well, wait. Down one. The double down one. And another grab. Holy moly. And Kyle Clark, he's just cheering on Superman. What are you talking about? Either way, though, Diva coming on through. Adenian with no punish. Nice. The low again. And Diva on the verge. Diva looking like they're going to close it out. And Diva trying to get this one done right here and right now. Still coming on strong and still trying to end things. Now coming out with that tremor. They did have to pay a price to get that tremor out. Keep in mind, Adenian won a game just off of that. Nice. And this looks like it's going to be all DivaCricket. Wait, we're not done. That is going to be Adenian taking the second round. We got ourselves a ball game.
Fight.
Both players coming on strong and seeing what they can do and trying to put this damage onto its maximum effect. Beautiful stuff. Nice, the low not gonna catch it. Looks like Adenian is starting to kind of catch on to all this. However, DivaCricket says, hang on, hold my beer real quick. I've got this, Fate. And by the way, U2Easy dropping a sub bomb on us. The 5 gifted. Thank you so much, U2Easy. U2Easy putting that sub goal. It is literally at Unk status because of that. Thank you so much, U2Easy. However, this is now going to be Adenian with the lead. This is looking scary for either player. However, that crystalline armor, let's see what we can get out of it. And by the way, Anakin, thank you so much for the follow. And by the way, if you do have those emotes, be sure to put a giant U2 easy. We love this man. Adenian still with the lead. These two are battling neither of each other, able to open each other up. Nice. And by the way, what's 28 plus 5? 33. I did the math, I think. And by the way, U2Easy's getting nothing but love around here, and so are these female players coming on strong, but it's going to be Adenian starting to kind of pull away here. Overhead, no up block on that bad boy, but the ball roll's going to catch him. Adenian still has breaker. Will they spin it? The low's going to catch, but no tremor there. A little bit too far. And this should be close. Adenian break away. Jump into all over the place. 7 seconds. Can Adenian rob this? Can they do it? 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and that's going to be DivaCricket absolutely icing it with a game number 3 win. They will be on set point with that bad boy.
Mileena wins.
Holy moly, chat. This tournament has been going yard, man. This tournament has been going crazy. We've been live for almost 2.5 hours, and I see Queen Chance cheering on DivaCricket. Everybody cheering on their respective player and region. And you know what? Seeing these ladies come together for this match has been something to behold, man. This tournament has lived up to the legend. I had my doubts, man. I was like, maybe, what if it doesn't go well? Blah, blah, blah. As a streamer, you do get nervous about those kind of things. I can officially say this has been a smash hit, and I'm loving every second of it.
Serena.
All right, chat, this is going to be game number 4. DivaCricket going to be taking on Adenian. Let's get this started, let's get this going, and let's get this rolling.
For the good of all.
Yeah, just do not switch character or cameo on a win, and you'll be A-okay. This is going to be a fun one to edit. Rips, you ever get those videos, you're like, how the hell am I going to edit this? And then you just say, I don't care. And you just keep it rolling. All right, the Glaives are going to be coming on. Adenian going to have one more shot to get this done. Nice. All right, the low into the tremor, though, going to be coming on strong, though. DivaCricket will need one more to put this away. I know, Rips. I'm at that point as well. I'm like, fuck it. However, still going through is going to be none other than Adenian, though. Nice pressure will have the lead. All right. Yeah, Rips, in my first couple YouTube videos, I tried to polish them up so much. Nowadays, I'm just like, whatever is there is there. Jazzo, I do not have the patience for a 3v3, but we'll see what happens. Either way, though, this is now going to be Adenian coming through with the lead, the down 1. Nice. All right, DivaCricket trying to answer back, does not get the mix. Good defense from Adenian. Okay. And by the way, Pro is giving a sub to Rips Arena now. 34 on the day. The Arena is now able to use those emotes, and that is always going to be an Omega Big W. All right, though. Pro, thank you so much again. Putting us at 34, by the way. That is pure Unk status now, and this is going to be Adenian. 1 round away, perhaps, if they can get one more hit. What do you do here if you're DivaCricket? Can you bring this back? The low's not going to work. The tremor's not going to work, but the ball roll. Drop, the rare drop from Adenian, and that is now going to be the round. We are 1 away from a game 5. And I know QueenPlays is literally just sitting here screaming. We're so sorry. It is what it is, though. All right, let's see it, though. The overhead pressure now coming from DivaCricket. Can they avoid the game 5, though? Now they're coming on looking good. Nice low, getting Tremor out of commission, at least for a little while. Eggshell in the chat as well. And chat, this is now going to be Adenian. I don't know what came over them, but they're looking so much better. Nice. All right. And this is now going to be the Glaives. Diva in a position they would rather not be. Diva in some serious trouble. All right. Nice. Oh, no to punish. That should be the round. That should be the game. And chat, we are now going to another game 5. When I tell you these ladies have been gaming, this is some of the best content we've ever gotten out of a women's tournament. 2-2, and this is going down to the wire. Join me as we go to that replay into the last game between these two, Subby and QueenPlay. I'm happy to say that you guys will be up next. By the way, Napple Chick, what's going on? You're joining us for an amazing stream. And chat, I want you guys. Let me see if I can actually pin that. Yeah, that is worth the pin right there. Chat, make some noise. This is going to be a game number 5. Napplechick, yeah, this community has been on fire, and so have the players. This is actually our 4th game 5 of the night. And this tournament has been, what, 2.5 hours? Absolute insanity. All right, Adenian and DivaCricket really thinking about this one right now. DivaCricket now maybe making a switch. Let's see what we get. DivaCricket now coming out with the Farah, they're tried and true. Brazil is here, North America is here, and only one of these two gonna be moving on to losers semifinals.
The tea house.
When I find Shang Tsung, I'll skin him.
Patience, sister. We need him alive.
And chat, put a 1 in chat if we should do this event again. Put a 2 in chat and just, no, never do it again. All right, though, the overhead slam is going to be coming through for DivaCricket, though. That Farah going to be improving your odds most certainly. And I see 1,000 ones, man. Thank you guys again, man, for being so welcoming to the players here today, man. All I have to say is they have absolutely been putting on a masterclass in front of us, and they're continuing to see it go down. Nice. All right, and going aerial. This is a Dedian, though. And the sad thing is, though, DivaCricket thought they had to set 1. And now they're coming on, though. That is going to be a low Farah, very risky. And by the way, Nia, what is 3? Tell the chat what 3 is. Tell us what that is. Oh, you too easy. Absolutely. We have all got our monies and time's worth. But you know what? This event's still not over. Still going to be coming through. And Nadinian, do you spend the fatal? They are going to let it loose. Jasmine, we're working on the bald-only tournament. Fear not. We are working on that bald-only tournament. All right, though. This is going to be them taking the lead, perhaps, but not going to be taking the round. Not just yet. Nia, I'm sorry, not Nia. Nia's in the chat. I can see Diva coming through with some armor, but that is going to be the round. No, still not. That's going to do it. And now Adenian is going to be 1 round away from reversing this. This would be such an unfortunate end for Diva for it to happen like this, but you know what? You got to cheer on everybody in the bracket. And right now, Adenian is going on strong. The low Farah Diva, you got to be perfect. You got to go. Takinata, no. All right, though, and that is going to be some gigantic damage. A well-placed breakaway coming from from Diva. Does not want to eat any more. Good. The low again. By the way, Queen and Subby, get those invites locked and loaded. We will be seeing you right after this match for our winners of finals. Good stuff again and again. And chat, this is going all in favor of Edenian right now. The good low, but wait a minute. Nice. The down 1, the double down 1. And the big whip upon him, that should be enough. Katana, if they do the optimal. Oh, not quite. And overhead, and 1. Can we get this? Overhead, but that's gonna do it. That is going to be it. That is going to be Adenian taking out DivaCricket just like that. And all I gotta say, can we all get some big W's for DivaCricket coming in today, putting on a show? Thank you so much. An amazing event. And DivaCricket, I speak for everybody here when I say we want to see you again, chat. Can we get some big D's in the chat for DivaCricket, man? Absolutely going crazy. Hopefully we get to see them, but Edenian will be moving on. Chat, with that result, we now have to head back to the bracket. Let me show you exactly what we got headed our way. All right, chat, with that result, it is going to be none other than Adenian. Moving on, it'll be an all-Brazilian losers semifinals. However, going on, we are going to be moving up to the winners finals. It is going to be none other than Subby taking on QueenPlays, the 1 and 2 seed going at it. Let's do it, and let's send it your way.
Sindel.
All right, chat, here's winners finals. And by the way, Imprana, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a great day, and hopefully we can make it that much better. Subby coming out with their main, wants to make that grand finals run, $280.
I think not.
All right, let's go and let's roll. Let's see what Subby's bringing out with that rain. All right, the low immediately. QueenPlays is not going to be easy to get past. North America and Europe are going at it here in the winners. Yo, what's up, Ghost Carnage? Welcome back to the stream. We're having an amazing day, brother. Thank you so much for being here. That goes to everybody. Big Josh in the chat. And Josh, I got to let you know, man, this tournament has been everything as delivered, man. Everything as promised and more. We've gotten some of the best matches we can ever think of out of this. However, they're still pushing through. The down one and the back three, but here's going to be QueenPlays taking the lead. Ghost Carnage, we're in winners finals. By the way, after this, will be LouriLegend taking on Adini in 95. That's actually going to be a rematch. We're ready to see it. No, DivaCricket, thank you so much, man, for being here. And by the way, we just got another $10 donation coming from JM. I think that's Puro. Puro, was that you? $290 on the board. Holy moly. A big shout out to Puro and a big shout out to Miss Vanji. Thank you so much, Puro. I have no idea why those notifications are not showing up on the board, but a giant thank you. And this chat has been coming in hot. The players have been coming in hot. Hey, Kafrisco, I don't know who that is. Is that you? Either way, 210 people up in the building. They want to see who is going to be the best woman player of today, at least. Now QueenPlays starting to answer back. Subby still with a tremendous lead. However, QueenPlays will be holding that ground. Nice. 2-4. And another grab, though. Hang on a second. QueenPlays starting to answer back. Hang on, though. All right, both players trying to test this neutral right here. Is it going to be Subby? Is it going to be Queen? Subby needs this round. And now they can play projectile free due to the Sub-Zero. What do we got from here? Jump ins again and the rain punish. Those slams it right back down, but that's going to be Queen. All right, Subby got to be super careful. Does not want to lose this right here and now. Good. And wait, no, hippopotamus though. Queen, what are they doing from here? What is going to be the move? Subby starting to kind of shell up. This is close. One more projectile and that's going to do it.
Outworld is in my hand.
Final round. Fight.
All right, though. Let's keep this train rolling and going the low. Nice to go alongside it, though. Puts on that ice armor yet again. Both these players giving it their all here in winners final. These ladies have been putting the pace up, and now it's going to be Queen in the lead. By the way, a bit of a whiff. They must have held the close button. I don't know. I know Sindel does. You can actually aim that thing. And by the way, JP, thank you so much for that 10 bob. I know that's not your first of the night. Thank you again. Let's give this man a big shout out. I don't even know if he streams, but let's go give him a follow regardless. All right, nice. And this is Queen starting to kind of walk away with this thing. Slams him down again. Nice low. Good. And another one to go alongside it. Both these players absolutely testing each other. And more to go alongside it. And this is Subby, though. They cannot take another hit. They've got to be perfect. Good duck. I'm sorry. Good blocks from Queens, and that will be the round. Holy moly, Queen has been having themselves a hell of a tournament. Absolutely insane.
Sindel wins.
And let's go take a look at that replay brought to you again by this amazing community. Great to see everybody in the house. It truly feels like the entire community is here to cheer on the ladies tonight. However, we are not done. Still 3 more matches remain. Let's go and let's send it back. All right, QueenPlays is going to be coming out with the lead, but Subby, let's see if they can turn the tides on that.
Rain. Sindel. Sub-Zero. The Pyramid.
All right, the action's still going on strong. Only one of these two is going to be coming out on top, and let's see who it's going to be.
Is your judgment as to what that is?
All right, QueenPlays does have the momentum, but Subby does have a character to rectify that situation. All right, 4-1-3. The bubble is up. Subby has got to stop this donut. They've got, oh, that's a punish. And that tremor coming out has nothing to do with that's still going to be a direct punish. Subby going to take a fantastic lead. Down 1, down 4. Welcome back to the chat. Nice fake overhead into the grab. Okay. And another one to go alongside, though. Does not confirm on the forward one. Oh, tries to get across. I'm sorry, a trip guard. Subby with a fantastic lead. Joshua, just a little bit, brother. Just a little bit. Nice. More to go alongside it, though. What is this going to be from here? Nice low. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, we go live every day, 3 p.m. Eastern time. This one is definitely going the distance, man. We've had 4 game 5s today. Good. And still going on strong is going to be none other than Subby, but QueenPlays immediately going to answer. Good stuff again coming from Queen. Subby has got a break. And Subby does not want to eat any more of that damage. Queen has all the momentum in the world. The forward one. What are we going to do from here? Subby cannot sit here and eat from space. This is not going to hit, by the way. And it hits! Get this game off my screen. Rips, are you still here? Can we just... This is the best game ever. Chad Subby is going to take that round off of the raw fatal blow. Yeah, Nia, if I had $1 for every time I said that and it actually did hit. Commentator's curse, of course. All right, QueenPlays slams him right back down. Subby getting a rare break in that last game, though. Will need to carry on suit to Areola on some places. No, we're not doing that. And QueenPlays going to take another lead. Subby in some serious trouble. Overhead slam yet again. Nice low. Another one to go alongside it, though. Another one to jump from Subby. A beautiful counter. Good, no floss bug on that. So the dunk coming from Queen. This is not going to be enough. They will get breakaway. Will Subby and spends it. True that is very interesting. Nice low. Oh, the whip again. QueenPlays is gaming, and that is going to be a 1-1 score here in game number 2.
Final round. Fight.
And let's see what the tea leaves are going to read on this bad boy. Let's see who will take the edge. Subby cannot afford to lose this round. You got to catch QueenPlays ducking because they will do it early and often. But that's going to be a direct punish from Subby. And Subby carrying through with that sub-zero pressure. This is going to do a whopper. A very big chunk of change. Mistimes that overhead just slightly, but there. Oh. Okay. Nice. And doesn't get the mix because we got armor for days. And Subby coming on strong with a gigantic lead. This is winners finals. These two had to win to get here. QueenPlays has had a game 5 in every single set. Nice. Okay, slams him back down. Thank you, Taki. Probably a big thank you. Oh, tries to go poke special, but QueenPlays, they immediately are pressing. That does not come out quick enough. Nice low. 1-1, the down one. QueenPlays, can they bring this back? One hit, they are gonna cash out immediately into fatal. Nice sub-zero, but we do have armor again, coming from Queen. Such high level coming out of these women, man. Very, very good stuff. Let's jump in again. QueenPlays still pressing. And DivaCricket, thank you so much again for playing, man. I definitely want to get you back on stream. If that was your first tournament, I hope it's not your last. Nice to jump in. Is that gonna hit? It's not. It's not. I got it right that time. Subby on the verge. 5 seconds. Somebody's got to go. QueenPlays has a lead. QueenPlays has a lead. And this is going to be what? No, what?
Sindel.
Holy moly. A 2-0 lead coming for QueenPlays. I thought Subby connected on that. What's up, Big Reckless? Great to see you and all those Sin boys in the house. Let's take a look at that real quick. Subby absolutely had that. I don't even know what to say, Chad. I do not know what to say. Look at this. That can, I guess it didn't connect in time. That is tragic. That is a tragic way to lose that round. That is a tragic way to lose that game. However, we can't stop here. We gotta keep the action going. It's Subby, it's QueenPlays, and it is winners finals.
I'll apologize, but I won't grovel.
Vanity, yeah. This is cinema.
Fight.
This is cinema to say the least, Chad, but we can't slow down now. We gotta keep the action high. Subby now has to go and win this. A reverse 3-0 on QueenPlays, who has been playing so good tonight. Good anti-air, but still, QueenPlays coming out on the winning end of that. And true that, yeah, no, definitely will be doing another one of these. This has been, in my opinion, one of the best ones we've ever seen. And I don't think Chad would disagree with that. This one has absolutely, we made it invitational, and it has most certainly delivered. And I want to give a huge thank you to Samara and the Brazilian scene for coming through and making this event what it is. Oh, absolutely, Diva, and I appreciate you keeping a high spirit through you. Just know you made a lot of fans today, a ton of fans today, myself included. I was a fan before, but I'm a bigger fan now. Subby with a tremendous lead, though, still looking to keep this rocking and keep this rolling. Nice low. Good. Oh, yeah, Vanity, we're doing it this way forever now. Forever. Jumpins all over the place again, and now Subby playing a lot more methodically. Oh, for Germany, it's got to be like, what, 12 a.m.? I don't know, it's late. Either way, speaking of late, better late than never, because Subby will be getting on the board.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, let's do it, though. Let's do it. Let's keep the action high. Let's keep the pressure high. QueenPlays just needs to win one more game. By the way, Adenian and Lori, make sure those invites are sent out just like it was on the second game of the night. All right, still coming on through is going to be none other than Subby, slamming it right back down. However, Adenian will maintain the lead. Nice. Oh, the forward one, and rips. I remember that. I remember that. We definitely got to get our run backs. Slams him right back down. Subby continuing the pressure. Might be able to take the lead with one more hit. Okay. Oh, the back three. And that is going to be super plus. You want to be careful when pressing on that. Good. And the low. And a nice low again. And here comes none other than Subby with a gigantic lead. That tremor switch up seems to be paying dividends. Nice. And that's going to be a mix coming from Queen. This might be enough to put him on set point. And Queen is continuing to roll. One more. We're waking up with armor that tremor. Subby, do we spend it here? And we are absolutely going to spend it here. Chat, no way we're going to get into that reverse 3-0 territory. Subby not going to get blanked today. The matches today, these have been some of the best matches as a tournament host I have had the pleasure of seeing. Subby going to take game number 3. Subby answering back immediately. And can you imagine if Subby had won that last game? They would be them on a 2-1 lead right now. Let's go to the replay. This can go any which way. Okay, first go. I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped, man. This is going to be a, I don't know, chat. Cinema. Hey, Abstract, you have yourself a great day, man. Thank you so much for donating to the prize pool. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for putting on events of your own. All right, let's do it, man. And these ladies most certainly do have something worth fighting for. It's Subby, it's QueenPlay, and it's going down right now.
Testing your luck, Empress.
It's you who tests yours.
And like I said, guys, it feels like we have the entire community here cheering on the ladies. And let's see, you've got it. We've been live for about 3 hours. So I have a goated idea for a $200 invitational. Rich, where are we getting? Rich, let's be honest. Me and you do not have that kind of money. Where are we going to get $200 for? We invite both of us and we get drinks with them? Yes. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. An invitational vape and rips only? I am down. However, QueenPlays with the lead right now. All right, the low again. Oh, does not punish it, though. Yeah, I was going to say, Rips, me and you with $200? It's a fun story. Not believable, but fun. Now going up in the air we go. Slamming it right back down is going to be Subby. However, waking up down one. Do we get the mix from here? We do. And this is going insane. QueenPlays looking to put this one away. Good low projectile to go along with it. Good. All right, though. Subby trying to end this thing. Wants to go to that game 5. Says, you know what, babe? I've still got some more games to be played. Now going for a very much more zoner-oriented approach. Gets caught with the toilet. No more meter from QueenPlays. Logan to special into tremor. This should be the round. And Subby is only down by 1 round, chat.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, but QueenPlays with a beautiful confirm. And we are still seeing it in action right as we speak. Nice low. The down one to go alongside it, though. And a 2-4 to go. Nice low. All right, Tremor there, still putting up some damage. Beautiful stuff again, coming from none other than Subby. QueenPlays still with the lead now. Subby gonna change that. All right, beautiful stuff again. The 2-4 into the scream. And here comes QueenPlays. Wake up buttons potentially from Subby. That poke in the special is nailing them every single time. Fluid, thank you so much, man. We know it's, of course, Rips coming through and making the channel. He's the beacon for the channel right now. We need you to stay up for a little bit longer, Rips. And this is now going to be Subby setting this to chat. Our 5th game 5. Can I get some noise here in Winners Finals? We've had so many game 5s. This is our 5th one of the day, chat. 5th one. And chat, this tournament might have already been over if it weren't for all these game 5s. But you know what? These ladies refuse to go quietly. They are going to be making it happen. And you know what? Only one of these two is going to be getting into grand finals, guaranteeing themselves some of that prize money. However, chat, let's send it back your direction. And let's go to our 5th game 5 of the night. You too easy. Out of nowhere, one of our best streams ever, right? Out of nowhere. And you were modding behind it. It's all because of you. Chat, make some noise. Let me see. Let me see every single emote you can think of. It is going down. And by the way, RuPaul coming through with a $5 saying, can I get an amen? You can get an amen. Thank you again, RuPaul. I don't think that's the real RuPaul, but you know what? We will take it. $5. Now $295. Holy moly, chat. Holy moly. 5 away from 300. However, though, it's going to be QueenPlays coming out with an extensive lead to start us off. And once again, LouriLegend and Adini 95. Make sure you guys are ready to come through and come up next. 2-4. Big stuff again. Subby. Okay, with some staggers with a beautiful back three. That's going to be a full combo. Oh, Kaizen, yeah, we're having a great day, man. But you know what? I want to thank all the ladies for making it happen in this amazing community. Without both of those two, this wouldn't be nothing. Breakaway Subby is most certainly. However, QueenPlays still does have armor. You have to remember, if they get hit by something, that breakaway is going to be right there in maximum effect. Okay, no projectiles again. The jump in, but enough block coming from Queen. Going to be on set point with that bad boy.
Round 2.
Fluid, you might be onto something. You might be onto something. I hate you, Fluid. But that being said, keep going. Oh, the wake up down 1. QueenPlays says we're gonna go get this money to come hell or high water. Nice. Nice, the low, the poke and the special keeps catching them. And QueenPlays does not want to press now. Knows that Subby's plotting some. What are you plotting, Subby? Forward 1 into the forward 1-3. All right, coming back down again. It's the unique tournament that makes sense. It's cool. Oh yeah, Lux James. I gotta say, man, we haven't done this for about what was it, 2 months ago? However, we're doing it right now. And you know what? There's gonna be a lot more of these to come. Let me ask the ladies in the chat. Do you guys want to see another one of these? Put a 1. I'm talking to the Brazilian scene, the North American scene. I'm talking to the European scene. I'm talking to every scene. Who wants to see another one of these? And DJ, thank you. All right, Subby, can they get this? So we're going aerial. Queen says enough is enough. Nice low. All right, though, the double low, the double dip. And we're gonna spend it. That's not gonna hit, but it's gonna hit. And that's gonna be QueenPlays going to grand finals. Wait, no, he's not dead. No, is she dead? She is done. And that is going to be QueenPlays. QueenPlays with their third, I'm sorry.
Sindel wins.
Yeah, with their third game 5 of the night. It's been all game 5 for QueenPlays. They've been on a roll. Subby will get another chance at greatness. However, we've got to talk about this. QueenPlays is trying to go the distance every single set. And I'm a big fan of that. And I'm sure YouTube is as well. And I'm sure everybody in the chat is to go along with it. Chat, with that result right now, I'm sorry, wrong bracket. I can edit that. I'm very good at it. All right, so with that result right there, it is going to be none other than QueenPlays going to grand finals, guaranteeing themselves a shot at that cheddar. However, chat, this is now going to be Subby dropping down to the lower side of the bracket. They will now have to face the winner of Adini 95 and LouriLegend. 3 more matches, and I hope you guys got time, because you know what? We've been here this long. We might as well see this thing through. We might as well see who is going to be the best woman player here today. The invites have already been sent out, and let me not delay any of your guys' timing anymore. Let's go. And late. All right, it's going to be Adini 95, and it's going to be LouriLegend. They're going to be going at it, chat. This is now going to be losers semifinals, and let's make some noise for the 2 Brazilians coming out and putting on a show for us. Vanity, this has been an absolute sweat fest banger. We got to do this more. Thank you so much for helping me, not just today, but helping me set this up. You're an absolute beast for that. All right, let's go and let's do this damn thing. It's LouriLegend. It's Adini in 95. And Rips, man, Rips, this, I'm telling you, man, hey, these ladies putting on a hell of a
Being
show.
first constable is my first.
And by the way,
best
whoever is doing those predictions, if it's Osboss taking a second crack at it, thank you again, man. We love you. Or if that's you too easy, or if it's Shutter. Either way, let's get going. LouriLegend coming out with the Lee May. And remember, a $295 prize pool. That is not nothing. And now we get ourselves a beautiful Lee May on screen, the Movado, to help pick up the change, most certainly. Good. So next Divas tournament and add Diddle. We're not gonna add Diddle for the next Divas tournament. Nice. Down one again, and a beautiful grab now coming from none other than Adenian. DJ, I tried, but my keyboard didn't work. Cat ate the phone. You understand, of course. However, this is gonna now be LouriLegend putting it on. Loser semifinals. Only 2 more matches on after this, and this is gonna be Lauri going crazy. And Lauri is now going Omega Sweat mode. Yeah, QueenPlays, you understand, it happens. Dog ate the phone, it doesn't matter. Either way, that's gonna be LouriLegend on a round 1 win.
Fight.
This chat, you guys are a little bit too much. I gotta be perfectly honest with you. Said Coach been streaming for 3 hours. Oh, but we got energy. We got energy. There's one thing, okay. Streams are about quality and energy. We have one of those. However, there's gonna be Lauri with a big shimmy neutron trying to get that Shimbo slice. Slams her right back down. Nice, goes corner bound. What is gonna be the story here? The jump in, no conversion. Beautiful and exquisite, stunning and even brave. LouriLegend gonna be dominating game number 1 and going on a 1-0 streak. And LouriLegend living quite up to that legend. Remember, these 2 girls coming out of Brazil. And you know what? They have been putting on an absolute masterclass. They had to fight each other the first round, and they find each other back here at elimination. Let's send it back your way, and let's see which one of these 2 is going to come out on top. Adenian, what I've noticed, a bit of a slow starter. However, once they get going, they really, really get going.
Lee May. Kitana. Movado. Chameleon. Cage.
All right, let's do it. Let's make it happen, and let's send it back your direction, chat. By the way, I do think that this is going to be an event. We do see a return of LouriLegend and Adenian coming on down.
Round 1.
And by the way, Samara was telling me about all these players, man, coming from the Brazilian scene, and they do compete down there. And now we're bringing them up here to North America to see what they can make happen. And right now, LouriLegend continuing to go on a streak. Nice. Oh, but we're waking up with armor. And by the way, the winner of this will stay to take on Subby, and the winner of that will stay to take on QueenPlays. Nice. All right, let's see, though. Let's see who's going to be coming out on the win again. It's still LouriLegend, but no. A little bit slow on the draw for that punish is going to be Adenian. And Adenian, though, trying to march back with one well-placed combo. This could be good. However, still continuing to poke. Is he going to spin the fatal? Are they going to spin it? And we're still thinking about it, and that's gonna be Adenian. Chet, I hate this game. I hate this game so much. I don't know who's gonna win.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, Chad, you guys demanded action. We are here to give you some action. It feels like the entire community is here to cheer on the women of the scene. Finally giving them a spotlight. We do love to see it, and we hope to do it so many more times. Nice jumping again. All right, though, but that's Lauri with a whiff eponymous punish, if I've ever seen one. Good. All right, these 2 continuing to roll, continuing to put on a show. However, though, I'm sorry, the set play gonna be out. Not gonna be able to catch big Lauri. And Lauri right now getting taken through the ringer. However, does still own a dominant life lead, and this could be enough. I think this is it. No! Chat, I gotta stop predicting. Somebody tell me to stop predicting. Here comes Lauri. I'm sorry, here comes Adenian, but you know what? We're coming in with some armor. And that will be the game. Lauri on a 2-0 streak. Now, Adenian gonna have to dig deep in order to bring this all the way back. And chat, let's go to that replay again. And Variety's saying, babe, you gotta predict some more. I don't know about that. I don't know about it. However, Lee May is continuing to make this run. Lauri, this might be their best character. I gotta say, they have been making waves with this character. And Explicit, what's going on, brother? Welcome back to the chat.
Lee May. Kitana. Movado. Chameleon. Cage Mansion.
And chat, these
Word
women
on the
events,
street
man,
is Movado is
something
in
I've been wanting to
Sindel.
do for quite some time. I'm glad to be bringing this back, and it does look like it has a home here. However, though, on to the next match. It is going to be LouriLegend with a 2-0 score over Adenian. And these two, I'm sure, are training partners, man, coming from that Brazilian scene. And Louri starting to now walk away with this. Louri is going absolutely wild right here. And all I gotta say is if this Lee May does make it to losers final, Subby better be ready, man, because oh, wait a minute, some trim guard action. Now one, good. All right, though, Adenian trying to pick their spots, but Louri just has a character that does so much damage, and there's gonna be another punish. Cannot break away either. And there's another, oh, not now they can. And by the way, since this is international combat, you do want to pick Johnny Cage's mansion. Gonna be a lot easier on the ping, or so I've noticed. A duck again, and Louri is gonna be on set point.
Did no one train you to fight?
Round 2. Fight.
All right, let's keep this action going, and let's keep this action rolling. The jump-ins again and again. Beautiful down two coming courtesy of Adenian. All right, though, that's gonna be, is Movado on the way? He is, I was wondering. The damage is only heating up from here. Subby, I'm gonna send you an invite directly to this Koth. It should be good to go. Actually, Subby, send me an invite because I do want to restart the hill. I do want to restart the hill. All right, though, is Lee May, is she gonna be viable? Catches him out of the air, does Adenian. Nice. Jump-ins all over the place. And another beautiful grab. Is Movado gonna have anything to say about this? Not right now. Oh, that's a whip-opotamus. That might be enough. And this is going to be all LouriLegend, making it to losers finals. Holy moly, what a set. What's going on, Big Ra's al Ghul? Chat, that is a 3-0. LouriLegend gonna be moving on to take on Subby. And chat, only 2 more matches left. Subby, yeah, go ahead and send an invite. I'll be sure to accept it. Chat, we are now gonna be moving on to losers finals. Let's go take a look at that replay and let's see how this got done. All I gotta say, chat, is we've had so many good matches today. And I want to give a huge shout out to Adenian, by the way, making their second appearance here in the women's tournament. We definitely hope to see you again, chat. This will be us now going to another set, and this is gonna be the bracket as of now. So this will be the bracket as of now. So with that result, it'll be none other than Louri going all the way. By the way, Louri having to make that losers run quite a bit. They are now going to be going all the way to losers finals. Let's see if that Lee May is going to be looking good here in losers finals. And chat, 2 more matches. And by the way, I need to add big QueenPlays up into the grand final section. There it is right there. Queen gotcha. Either way, chat, this is going down right now. Subby already sending out those invites. Let's do it. Let's roll and let's go. And yeah,
Fire temple.
If I turn myself in, she'll execute me?
The new Empress isn't in a forgiving mood.
Round
all right,
1.
here we
Fight.
go. It's all going down like 4 flat tires. And by the way, DivaCricket, that includes you in that shout out, man. You played amazing. And definitely a player I want to get back. However, Subby looking to make this run, trying to take out Big Louri. I believe the score on the back end was 3-0. And by the way, wait a minute. We just got from Pro Stone a $5 donation, sending this prize pool officially to $300. Thank you so much, Big Pro Stone, being the cherry on top as Subby takes round number 1.
Where is safe?
Round 2. Fight.
Pro Stone, my goat, the manager of CGF. We love you, brother. And either way, this is now officially a $300 prize pool. Thank you again to this amazing community. Could not have done it without you. Not 3,000. That'd be insane. All right, though. Subby's still moving on. Subby does have the Louri locked into this corner. Platinum, you ask about money in this chat again, it'll be your last time. Nice. Going up in the air we go. And big tactics, and Subby gonna take round number 1. All right, that's gonna be a 1-0 score coming from none other than Subby, looking to get their get back against Queen. Remember, Queen is gonna be sitting in grand finals. You would have to beat them twice. Easier said than done, of course, and Subby gonna absolutely steamroll that first game. All right, chat, again and again, let's get you back to that action. Subby gonna try to go on that 2-0 streak right now. Let's see what they've got. And look at Kung Lao 343 saying all in on Subby. We will see, man, we will see. LouriLegend, though, gonna be trying to warm up here.
Rage. Lee May Movado.
All right, let's get you back to the action. Let's do the damn thing.
Here to put me to death.
Only if you force my hand.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, it's Subby, it's LouriLegend. We're down to our top 3. And LouriLegend, though, trying to answer back. Lee May here in losers finals. Good. All right, but Subby gonna try to answer back with some combination of their own. Subby, a very, very widely known player. However, LouriLegend making a name for themselves, trying to bring some Brazil action here to Vape's Fight Night, and we most certainly are seeing that. Down 1. All right, keeping those frames mighty plus. LouriLegend is peppering Subby. Tremendous lead. He said Rip versus Vape Finals we want to see. Arrow, I agree, man. I agree. We should do some kind of collab, however, right now. We got to focus on this women's tournament and see how it goes. Say QueenPlays will invite you to a conference. Look at you, Too Easy, absolutely crushing it as a mod. You Too Easy, trust me, this is your position. You're the guy. All right, Lori, though, is close. The backdash, no punish. And that's going to be it. That's going to be the round. The Movado had no. Subby going to break away. Jump-ins again, and that is gonna do it. That is gonna be all Lori trying to make their run into grand finals. Will it be Brazil? Will it be Europe? We have all 3 regions still in this tournament. Brazil, Europe, and North America. QueenPlays sitting in the better of all positions, gonna be in grand finals, but we gotta see who our opponent is going to be. Good. All right, though, the back 3. Subby with a tremendous lead and a big whip punish. That is plus $1 billion on block, just to let you know. And we are slamming it right back down. Subby is going to be on the verge of going up 2-0. But Lori, they want to keep their hat in the ring here. They go, oh, they're going for it. Just as I call for it, they absolutely go. Nice. Beautiful damage is looking like beautiful damage yet again and again. The overhead, though, that's going to punish. Subby waking up with armor. Things are getting a lot more heated really, really quickly. Oh, that tremor continuing to play spoiler. Hey, Diva, let me just say you opened up a lot of eyes here, and we hope to see you back very, very soon. Good. Oh, down 1. I'm down. I'm down. And Subby on the verge, and Subby needs 1 more hit. The big swing and the big hit knocks her out of the park, and that will be a 2-0 lead coming from Subby. All right, chat. Lori has 1 more chance here. Can they stop this freight train that is known as Subby coming out of Europe, formerly coming out of Australia? However, this is going to be international showdown. Brazil versus Europe here. Let's send it back your way and let's see if Lori can get on the board. All right, let's see it though, Lori. They're coming out with a Johnny. Where did this come from?
Chameleon. The gateway.
Platinum Hunt. I know Rips has a command to time you out. I think we might have to. We might have to steal even more stuff from Rips.
Huh? Those pop.
All right, though. A Johnny Cage, by the way. This is interesting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see if the Johnny piece can work. All right. You have to imagine Subby has played a plethora of Johnny Cage. That's going to be a direct punish. But Lori's saying, this is my pocket Johnny. Let's see what it's got. Good. Going up in the air. Beautiful punish now coming from Big Lori. However, Subby still just needs to win 1 game. Nice. Big back 3, though. Nice again and again. We are still continuing to pick up those punishes. And now Subby still does have the lead. However, Lori does have Subby in the corner. Beautiful punish. That's going to be the round. Subby is going to be on set point.
Come to me, old friend.
Round 2. Fight.
And chat, don't go anywhere after this match, or after this set, I should say. It is going to be grand finals. Queen, get that invite locked and loaded. If you could invite both me and Subby, me and Subby or Lori, that would be a tremendous thing to do. Jump-ins again, however, a 1-1 score. He said, I hope women's tag team tournaments. Oh, that would be amazing. And Diva, a women's 2v2? Chat, who wants to see it? 2-1-2 again, right to the dome nugget. And chat, what do we got from here? It is going to be Lori in the lead. This Johnny Cage working overtime. And that Chameleon working overtime too. Not a combo you see that often. Nice, down 1 again. Down 1, city population you, bro. But Subby. All right, calling those out, those back 3s. And now this is going to be plus frame city. Good, and there's going to be Subby with a big punish. However, Lori's going to have to break. There it is. If Subby connects 1 more time, this set is over. And What's Subby gonna do? Gets the victory. That's it. That's gonna be the set. And Subby is going to grand finals off of a 3-0 against Lauri. Holy moly. That is gonna be all she wrote. Subby gonna be going to grand finals. And all I gotta say is, chat, are you guys ready for the run back of all run backs? And Subby gonna be taking on QueenPlays, who's gonna be coming out on the winning side of that bracket, chat. That is what people are gonna be calling cinema. However, one more match. Grand finals. Who is ready? Make some noise. Let's get you to that replay. Lauri, if you're in chat, thank you so much for playing. An amazing performance, literally just to make it that far. It was a bloodbath all the way through, and you did amazing. However, one more match to rule them all. Let me show you guys exactly what it is we are dealing with, chat, and let's get it sent your way. So with that result, chat, it all comes down to this. Subby gonna be taking on QueenPlays for the gold and silver medal, respectively. One more match, and we are ready. Invites have already been flying out, and let's get it, and let's send it your way. All right, it is gonna be none other than Subby. And it is going to be QueenPlays, $300.
Sindel. Tremor. Sindel.
Make your predictions now, chat, and let's get ready for some grand finals.
Grovel.
Then there's nothing left to do but fight.
By the way, a 3.5-hour stream when it's all said and done. Absolutely insane. I don't know how long the YouTube bot is going to be. Either way, we are ready. Subby is going to have to win not just one, but 2 sets. If you see QueenPlays go down once, they still have to lose another set because they are coming out on the winning side of that bracket, though. QueenPlays really adapting, though. All right, though, the low again, the back 3, and another back 3, though, coming from Subby. The back 3 squared, the back 3 triple dip. Nice throw down again. Okay. Nice. And another forward one. The back, I'm sorry, the low projectile. And here comes Subby with the lead, chat. And if you are just tuning in, and if you are making it this far in the YouTube video, you know what match this is. This is gonna be the final one. And QueenPlays not going home too quietly, gonna try to cause some ruckus on the other side. And that's gonna be some, no, they put on the crystalline. That one. Go poke special into the tremor, the lava technology, just to get you out of here. Hold the phone. That one all over the place. That's a beautiful mix. That could be the round. This is gonna scale. But I think this is not death. Absolutely not death. Queen knows they need one more. Big tremor. Oh, that might be it. That might hit. And it's not going to. That is going to be Subby with the comeback now. All right, officially getting on the board, chat.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, chat. These two absolutely swinging. And by the way, grand finals, the very last match of the night. Who will reign supreme? Will it be Europe? Will it be North America? Who is coming out on top in this women's tournament? Good. Back 3 again. All right, though, Queen, trying to avoid that. This is for the gold. You want to win this tournament. There's money on the line. There's pride on the line, but you want to be the one to win this. And there's only going to be one of 2 players who's going to get that done. It's either going to be Subby or it's going to be QueenPlays. Down one all over the place. Nice. And still not done. Here comes Big Queen into the corner, but a nice grab. No cameo, I believe. Yeah, no, not rocking the Janet is going to be Subby. Definitely doesn't like that loadout. Nice down one, the poking special into the tremor again. And Subby is starting to pull away, chat. Is the mix going to be in effect? They get it. Is Subby going to break? No. Yes, they are. All right, Subby got no more meter, though. He's gonna have to continue to zone, but the tremor's not there in time. That might be enough. And we are cashing out in to the fatal. Doesn't even need it. Wants to save it for the next round.
Final
Samara, we talk about it in the Discord.
Fight.
Most likely top 3, though. Nice. Still pushing on strong again. Forward ones all over the place. And we are continuing to go crazy. Nice. All right, QueenPlays with a lot of momentum at their side. Okay. And Queen right now trying to plot this accordingly, though the poke and the special continuing to catch them. Throws it right back down. Who is going to come out on top? Okay. All right, Subby with the lead, but you know Queen can change that on a drop of a dime. Why do I hear boss music, Chad? This has been a tournament. 3 hours in the making. Nice. Back 3 again, the down one. And that's going to be a punish. Subby got a break. All right, who's got it? Who's making this happen? That's a forward one, and that's gonna be all Queen. And a very, very convincing round. Did have to battle through some adversity, but in the end was able to get that game. Do we get the brutality? We do not, however. We're saving that for a rainy day. All right, 1-0 will currently be the score, and it's going to be going courtesy of QueenPlays. Subby is gonna have to battle back. And in this women's tournament, let me just say, Diva. Oh, a team tournament. That's interesting you say. We could probably put something like that together. I don't see why not. We threw this one together, man. I did not know how it was gonna go. And I have to just say, I'm gonna say it right now, this has been probably the best event we've ever done. And I don't think chat would disagree with that at all. I don't think so. Because this has just been going fantastic from pillar to post.
Tremor. The Great Hall.
All right, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Subby saying we are going all rain, and Conversco begging to get some havoc on screen. We're not going to see it, at least not right now. Over 200 people in the building, though. Let's get this going. Jump-ins again. Down one into the tremor. Just a lava tech just to get you out the way. And Subby's gonna connect with that big back three. Subby's a very quick starter, but QueenPlays seems to be able to adapt and come back. I've been noticing that out of them. So many game fives out of Queen. Is this the word they're gonna put on a vintage performance and come all the way back and win this? Okay. Runs him right back down, tries to go poking the special. Queen a little bit quick on the draw there. Catches him out of it. Got you, you too easy, got you. All right, though, give me 1 quick second, chat, if you can. And that is now going to be all Subby. Sorry, pardon the interruption. Said no, this was the best, and ladies, give it all a. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you guys all coming through. And by the way, the Brazilian side coming through and spending some time with our community. Hopefully you guys can become part of it. We do want to see you guys here more early and often. And by the way, 3 p.m. Eastern time is when you can catch us live, man. However, though, still coming through. Subby trying to work from distance here. Nice low. Can they get that shimmy neutron? Big back three, but Queen immediately going to be calling it out. Still pressing, though, both players, though, and Queen just holding that block button. Does not want to spend all that meter. Good. Going aerial on that one. The down one to go alongside of the back three as well. These ladies are going absolutely insane right now. However, Subby's kind of whiffing on those back threes. Queen is getting a little bit more mobile. That tremor there to cause some ruckus. That's low. And that's going to be now Queen. Does Subby break? Does not want to eat any more damage. I can definitely respect that breakaway. Back three. And then down one into the tremor. A lot of chip damage, and Subby's on the board. Wait. You have to be perfect, though, and they're not going to be able to do it. That's going to be all Subby taking game number 2 just like that. And now we have ourselves a tied ball game. Subby is going to have to work overtime if they want to win this tournament. Has to win 2 more and then reset the bracket and then win 3 more. However, we are working that direction, though. These two have been putting on a masterclass as far as this entire tournament is concerned, and now they face each other here in grand finals, and let's see them. Who's going to put it away? By the way, I want to give a huge shout out to every single person who has been here, donate to the prize pool, help keep that sub goal going, watching, lurking, whatever it is you're doing. Thank you so much. Imperious Doom, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel.
I think not.
Imperious Doom, you're coming through at the best time possible.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, let's do it, man. Let's see who's coming out on top. Is it going to be Subby? Is it going to be QueenPlays? Only one of these two is going to be the champion of this event, and let's find out. I'm gonna do a quick down. Oh yeah, down one. The ladies can scrap, man. I'm telling you that, 100%. And we've been seeing it all tournament long, man. They've been making great reads, man. I wouldn't want to fight any of them. Hell no. We're not doing it. I'm not doing it. Chat, you cannot pay me enough money. I don't want to get embarrassed on stream. Nice. Jump in. However, it's gonna be QueenPlays though. Can they get the mix? The 2-4. Low. And now Subby, what can we get out of this? QueenPlays defense has, let me just say, has been excellent tonight. Very impressive. Sindel going aerial again. All right, though. QueenPlays not trying to overextend themselves, saying, I just need one more hit. I'm not going to risk anything too crazy. All right, though, but you know what? Okay. And look at this, not risking anything, but I think QueenPlays saying, you know what, let me just go in just to get this last hit. But wait a minute, the tremor again. But wait a minute, it's gonna cost them the ring. Can they break? They can break. They can break. And they will break. 24 seconds left. I'm sorry, Queen still with the lead. All right, Elson, let me know. I'm all down for it. Is there any way Subby can make that comeback? That overhead gonna spoil her plans. And now QueenPlays back in the lead.
Die with dignity.
Round 2. Fight.
Hey, man, it is what it is, man. Hey, you know what? Still a banger event from start to finish, and this is where things finish off. But we can only crown one champion of this event. Will it be Queen? Will it be Subby? Nice down one. Good. Below. And the back three, but that's going to be attempted to be punished. Not going to get it, though. Oh, yeah, Ronan, 100%. By the way, welcome back to the channel. Good low. And now here comes Subby, though, just taking him for a ride with the grab. All right, jumping again, though. QueenPlays trying to catch him in the air. Subby gonna beat him to it. Back three. Neither of these two want to commit. And now this is going all aerial. Subby with a dynamic lead. Tremor there to keep every single thing safe. QueenPlays risking it to get the biscuit. Dude, yeah, Ronan, we're having a great time, man. Thank you so much for being here, by the way. Forward one into the low. The jump in. Can QueenPlays do anything to stop this freight train that is Subby from winning this round? All right, Tremor again, and you are on shift territory. One more hit, even on block, should be enough to clear the house. And that is gonna do it now. Again, all tied up. Neither of these two want to give each other an inch.
Final round. Fight.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. By the way, guys, we've been live for 3.5 hours. Okay, below, and now this is gonna be a big punish from Subby, who officially has the lead. Chat, every single one of QueenPlays sets today have been wire thin, super close. And I expect this set to be no different. Tries to call him out though, can that Tremor get the mix? QueenPlays is so good about their timing on that Sindel Tremor. However, Subby though gonna be answering right back after that breakaway. That's one of the plans here, the forward one into the scream. This is gonna be QueenPlays taking the lead. Subby is nowhere near breakaway, they in fact just spent it. Overhead slam yet again. Who is gonna win this tournament? Does not get the mix there. That would have been all but death. Low. And wait, we're pressing right back. QueenPlays doesn't care. We're matching. Sometimes you gotta do that calculated matching. Absolutely. Okay. Nice low again to go alongside it. All right, though, still continuing to put this up are both players. 18 seconds left, Subby. And look at QueenPlays saying, you've got to come to me. There's no reason for me to come in. 12 seconds. And QueenPlays, what can Subby do from here? They've got to go. They've got to get in there. And I don't think there's going to be anything happening because you know what? QueenPlays setting the trap on a 2-1 lead. And now QueenPlays is only one game away from winning this tournament, Chad.
Sindel wins.
Chad, make some noise for the ladies. This could be the last match of the night. We will see. Subby, can they make a historic comeback and win 2 straight? That's what they would have to do just to reset the bracket, which would give us another fresh set. This has been one of the longest streams we have done, and I gotta tell you guys, I am super happy about it. Usually if the streams drag on, you know, it's kind of like, but you know what? I'm having a great time. So is the community. Guys, we love you, and let's send it back towards your direction.
Sindel. Kitana. Tremor. Dark cotton color.
All right, all of us going crazy out here. We want to see who is going to be the champion of this event tonight. It all comes down to potentially this game.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, though. Projectiles on the board. By the way, Subby now making the switch to the katana. I don't know if I agree, but I don't know if I disagree with this. QueenPlays might be saying, I'm ready for the katana piece. All right, Elson, I'll be sure to check in with you. We'll see how things are looking. Nice. Jump-ins all over the place, and that Tremor not able to pick it up a little bit far on that one. Who's this a hard matchup for, DJ? I would think Subby, right? That one? Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna be a punish. And now QueenPlays is running away with this thing. Every one of QueenPlays matches tonight have been game 5s. Is this gonna be the same? Or are they gonna run away with this? Here comes Subby. Knows those combo wombos going airborne. Subby Airlines. Nice. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's most certainly gonna. He doesn't get the full punish. JP in the building. Thank you so much for all the support tonight. And that goes to everybody else. Subby gonna cash out on that one. That is not gonna be nearly enough to kill though. All right, chat. Let's see. Subby does have the lead. Will they maintain? That is the question we all have. Jumping's all over the place. Oh, that's gonna be the round. Subby with some beautiful defense. Subby is only one away from sending this to another game 5. And airborne is where we are taking this thing, chat. Beautiful stuff coming out of Subby. Is this the character to take down Queen? Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, no, don't want to do that on block. You don't want to do that. However, Queen gonna be taking full advantage of that, and a tremendous chunk of change coming courtesy of that hit on block. And now QueenPlays, they can see the finish line from here. They can see the first place gold medal from here. But Subby trying to play spoiler. Oh, wait, Tremor there for backup. You love it. And another combo. Another connection, rather. Below, and that's gonna be them going airborne. Subby has a full stick of butter. Queen does not. Below, what is gonna be the mix from here? And wait a minute though, Subby got a break. Yo, what's up, King Donnie? If there's any way, I don't think this is gonna hit. That could be death. No, not able to close that distance. Tremor there, keep it safe. And Aura's Blade, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. This is gonna be the round though, you better believe it. And QueenPlays is gonna go on tournament point.
Have you no self-respect?
Final round. Fight.
Okay. Nice big stuff again. And this is QueenPlays starting to march them down. Yo, what's up, Tarnish? You are in here in grand finals. However, we gotta see who is gonna take this right now. QueenPlays in the lead. That's no punish. And there comes Subby. Can Subby take the lead off of this? Potentially. It's about as even as it gets. Fans in your face. The beautiful mix from Queen, but not able to keep it up. What does Subby have planned here? Tremor's back on the board. Okay. And this is gonna go one of two ways here. That Tremor to keep everything safe. Nice, beautiful armor out of Queen, knows those gaps. And that could have been enough. Down one. Is Queen gonna end this tournament a little bit early? Another armor, one more hit is all Queen needs. Oh, Subby catches him! And Subby, do they have those? Do they have those? And Chad, we are going to another game 5. And what I will confidently stand on right now as saying the best tournament we have ever done. Chat, it all comes down to this. Arn Kratos is in the building losing his mind, and so am I. Chat, we have been absolutely spoiled with these matches. 3.5 hours worth of work, and these ladies have absolutely come out and play, and dare I say, one of the best tournaments you may see all day. Maybe one of the best tournaments you may see in general. Chat, make some noise. Either this bracket is getting reset, or we are done. Will QueenPlays take it, or will Subby win the event right here and right now?
Father.
May you find yourself as good a partner.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, Subby. If Subby wins, by the way, we get a full bracket reset. If Queen wins, this tournament is over. And you know Queen is so done with this thing. You know what? It's been 3 hours in the making. I want to take my title home. However, Queen not able to get that mixy mix. And by the way, Subby's Katana doing so much work. All right, though, avoiding that, trying to go for a zona-oriented approach are both players. By the looks of it, Subby trying to time that right. No, forward one catches him. Forward one gonna absolutely nail ya. And here comes QueenPlays. Queen is gonna be laying it on. This is gonna be a gigantic lead. Does not get the remix though. Oh, Tremor there just for backup. And by the way, what's going on, Aura's Blade? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel, I should say. Thank you so much for the follow. Taki's over here having a good time. Hard Kratos in the building, man. You know it's a stacked party. Nice grab. And this all boils down to this. This final match here. Is this bracket gonna get reset, or does Subby have the technology to reset it? I'm sorry. Is this bracket gonna get reset, or does QueenPlays end it right here? They are going to be on set point, on tournament point.
Fight.
Nice. Forward one. And we're going back aerial on that bad boy. Hang on a second. Good stuff again, the down one. And he said, give me one more. Everyone wants to see QueenPlays win, but I know Subby has a ton of fans. But right now, Subby's in trouble. Overhead smash again. Down one. The double down one. And another grab. QueenPlays starting to rock away with this thing. Can QueenPlays win this right here? They have a tremendous lead. Subby is going to have to dig deep if they have any intentions on winning this event. All right. Subby, whatever they do, they are going to be cashing out into that fatal blow. You can guarantee it. Tremor there. Oh, they had it. They had it. Oh, but wait. One more. Subby, we've seen them bring it back before. Oh, and that's going to do it, chat. That is going to be the women's only tournament. Your champion, QueenPlays.
Sindel wins.
And that is going to be all she wrote. Subby going to be finishing with that silver medal. Still a very, very good, just everything all around. A very good tournament, chat. That was the best one we've ever done. That right there, clip the entire thing. QueenPlays, congratulations. Thank you so much for coming out and making your debut here. Subby, always a pleasure. And you know what? Everybody else in this bracket, you have to keep your head high. That was an amazing, amazing tournament. But chat, all good things must come to an end. And the same goes with this tournament. So with that result, it is going to be none other than your champion. I'll be posting this on Twitter as well. It is going to be none other than QueenPlays taking the Vape Coach Female Invitational Women's Tournament title. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations to everybody who played today. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Guys, we will be back again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Be sure to check us out. We love you. Until then, we'll see you later, guys. Oh, but by the way, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube. Other than that, guys, I'll see you later. Be sure to tell Aquaman we said hello. Love you again, and see you later. All right, I'm out.